Let's get started.
The truth that sets you free may also tear your life apart.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the find of the century.
People. We are at the end of the year. What's up? It is Giraffeballz, and I am your Uncle Jeff. What's going on? I am in a degree of pain here tonight. That's right. As a matter of fact, I'm going to talk a little bit. Y'all know, those of you who show up here all the time know. That's actually for you, Bruce. Uh, you can come in. We're gonna open things up early, and I'm actually have my star pupil, Master Bruce House, co-host with me, so to speak. Okay. Oh wow, yeah. I'm tripping. I just got Giraffeballz up here. And I'm gonna get into it the right way in a hot second, y'all. Hold on just a minute. There he is. Okay. Oh shit, and he got a clean shirt on, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Let me set it up today. I let him go dig in my mouth to get deep scaling because I got the good insurance, but I got the kind that if you don't use the coverage, you just lose it. So I went today and just let them tear all in my face. And I will not take the pills. I don't even take no Tylenol, no none of that. So I'm trying to smoke to stay ahead of this pain that feels like somebody is repetitively sticking me in the ice pick, like sticking me with an ice pick in my face. So I invited none other than, like I said, my star pupil himself, Jedi. Working on this master badge, we just got to do something about when to bloody the sword. Master Bruce House, how are you there, nephew? What's happening?
Life is interesting. We gonna make it good.
Yeah. As I said, yeah, and y'all let me know what you're smoking, man. Put it in the back. Good, James. Good. James says he just emailed me about some life coaching. Y'all know I do that with the time that I can squeeze in. I'm a busy bastard. But let's cap the year, man. What have you learned this year, or as a matter of fact, tell the folk how you came to know this show, like that. How far back you
Uh, okay. So with this show, I'm sure it's the typical Corey to Zoe, Zoe to
go.
Jeff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Patrice O'Neal to Corey.
Mm. Mm. Okay. Nigga, are you fucking with me or did you freeze? No, yeah, you was froze, bro, like this.
Okay.
You
I'm
hit me
like,
with
yeah, I
the,
see.
you hit me with the
Uh,
Michael Jackson. You said from Patrice to Corey.
mm-hmm.
Corey to Zoe.
Zoe to Jeff.
Zoe. Okay. And how many years ago would you say?
Uh, maybe 5, 6, maybe.
Ouch. Yeah, that's a minute, man. That's a minute. And shout out to my man Zoe Williams. Something I invite you as well to do. I'm gonna run through some of them as I make as I make clips. Drop the needle anywhere in any of the damn near a decade of shows I did with Zoe every week. Just drop the needle and you'll see fire.
Yeah.
Anywhere you look, just between me and Zoe. Shout out to that brother. Our paths have just kind of went like this because of professional shit and time and so forth. But yeah, those were some dope ass shows. So
Definitely.
in that time, yeah, there, Master Bruce. I can't give you regular questions, young man. You're above the regular questions. So this complex one I pose to you. A, what did you see that made you learn from last year? And B, what of yours, since you've been in contact with me and Zoe, learning up to that point influenced what you learned this year? Now, I'll give you some time to think about that. Because come on, man, you know I only smoke the best, and right now I'm gonna have to put it up here. I'm smoking Uncle Dave. Oh no, not my Uncle Dave. Shout out to Dave Fenoy, voiceover god. No, this is another my whoops. That shouldn't be up there. I'm fucking up. Okay, nigga, where there it is. No, that's not it. Shit. And what if you do that? Does that no? That don't get rid of it either. I should say there it is. Ha. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and wrap your brain around that question if you can.
Yeah. So one of the first things who I pray to was showing me that the the people you trying to keep ain't supposed to be here. That was the lesson that I wasn't gonna grasp naturally.
Okay.
So that had to be, even if I got a glimpse of it, it wasn't. I'm a fixer. I handle. That's what I do. So there's a problem. You call me. And we gonna fix that. We gonna handle that, and then we gonna move on to the next thing. Or we gonna get back to being productive. That's normally how I operate with me.
Right.
Well, the people that I've been trying to carry or be around, when the problem get there, a lot of them people just like to stew in that. They don't like to fix the problem. Or if it get fixed, we gonna create a new one. There's no victory, there's no progression, Paul. There's no progression. It's just it ends up being problem after problem, and then stalling to the next problem.
Mm-hmm.
Or the lack of wanting to grow.
Okay.
It does seem like people hit a certain age or a certain comfort level where I guess the next plateau is so uncomfortable for them that the risk that I would rather be comfortable than risk this all.
Okay. Yeah. Good
And
point. Good point. Good point. I gotta. I think I'm gonna stop you there. I I think you've touched on the nerve that makes up a society. It's made up of where you have decided enough is enough for you.
Mm-hmm.
From king to hobo living in the street for whatever reason, even if that has changed at some point, it changed from living in a small house, working a job is okay for me, to I want what I feel is better than this, and I will do whatever I have to do to get it. Or in the reverse, this shit up here is too hard. Let me get really? If I just do this, I can get that? Okay. Both of those are places that are social constructs taken advantage of in order to create a society. We need niggas to drive the bus. We need
Mm-hmm.
some niggas to deliver the chips to the store.
Mm-hmm.
Not no more. What happens when we don't need niggas to deliver chips to the store? Because we can fully automate that
Mm-hmm.
by how many people live in the damn area and what we know they eat already. What happens to that dude?
He gets. They got a plan for him. Whether he know it or not, or whether she know it or not, there's a plan for you. You know what I'm saying? And the thing I noticed is the people. I got fortunate to actually connect with you, and in my life, I got a couple people I connected. I've met over that same time period
Sure.
that that got it like that. You know what I mean? I really like really getting that issue. And uh I think that was this year. If it wasn't, it was at the beginning. It had to be that. Yeah, I think that was this year where in the same 24 hours, maybe even in the same 24 hours,
Mm-hmm.
I was around life-ending drama and millions of dollars in the same day.
Hmm. Hmm.
And that's when I knew it was my choice when I wanted to do. So no knock on the people, I guess that's gonna be comfortable enough to live in them pods that they got waiting for you, or in that metaverse that they got waiting on you. But I just can't see myself doing it. And the conversation I keep hearing when I get around people that did it is it didn't matter how many times they didn't succeed. They only had to make it once. No matter what they was trying to figure out, once they got it, it was good. Like we good. All right, this is the way we gonna keep it going. And one of your lessons was money has nothing to do whether you're a good or a bad person. That's just a series of good financial decisions. It has nothing to do with the merit of your human. It has nothing to do with if you're a good father or a mother. It has nothing to do with if you're a good person. Uh, I mean, it can, but for the most part, it has nothing to do with I should like you or dislike you because you have money. It's you made a good decision and it popped for you. And you kept making good decisions in that direction and it kept working for you. And that's one area of your life where you're successful in, and that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and when I got to the plateau of this next step is a doozy, it's clearly going to be uncomfortable. The people that I thought was going to jump with me, shit, if they for sure step backwards. And that has been it was a hard lesson to choke up. But I had a conversation with somebody at this and where I went I was talking about other people, and it applied to me all except one word. But I would tell people, and this is why this when I figured out it applied to me. But I would normally tell people some people marry the person that they pick, not the person that God picked for them.
Mm-hmm.
And when it applied to me, I wasn't talking about marriage or nothing. But for me, it was like you keeping people that don't want to be, that's not for you. They was for you for a time, but they not really when it come time to risk it all, they not gonna handle it. Or when it comes down to yeah, you gonna somebody gonna drop the ball if you gotta give it to them. You need people around you. I had somebody tell me this that I wanted to keep real bad too. We was watching TV and they said you need somebody like that. Like you need somebody like that around you. And I'm looking at them like, but that's who you supposed to be. Like if you know that, how you gonna just pass that job off to okay. All
What are
right.
you saying about yourself?
All
You
right.
need somebody like that, not a horrible bastard like me. You need not me. You need him, and I'm not him. That's why I'm pointing it out to you. Wow.
And that was nutty. That was a good one. That was a good revelation this year too. And I'm listening, and I remember you and Zoe. I think he was on the show. Or I know you was present when he said it, or at least you repeat stuff after so many years. But certain people's triggers keep people around you. So like the way the Zoe would say it is, certain people are dating each other's triggers.
Oh
Y'all,
yeah,
yeah, like y'all conflict dating, like y'all trauma bonded more than
yeah,
anything.
yeah. Kind of on a trauma boomerang, or like click clacks. Remember
Mm-hmm.
click clack click clack click clack. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
the only way I know how to interact is through the drama that I saw my parents or my mama or my daddy or the people around me. The only way that I saw intense emotion was when the police was called. Was uh 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 if I'm not yelling or being disrespectful, if I'm not passive aggressive, I don't get to see the rise out of you. And the other person is like, yeah, nigga, that's the same shit I grew up in. Well, you got light skin. Well, you got a big ass. Well, let's see what's up. It's so much of it really is that basic. And uh like I say this to you and to other brothers, to be able to pick up on that, man, you really I don't say this lightly, you put yourself way ahead of the game uh socially, especially with where we about to go. But I'm not gonna weigh that down no more. You tell me, yeah, ask me, is there uh uh something you saw this year, uh or some subject that's on your mind, or something by the way, yeah, some subject that's on your mind. uh if you have a question, please pose it to the
Got
great wise one.
uh, so with I noticed that you when you started saying I'm gonna take this your show serious, that you had this you stopped being other people's shows, and you was talking about not writing for DL at first uh for a while because you had to focus on what you had to focus on to get your shit off. You know what I mean? You got some creative things that the creator has given to you that you just like, I need to spend more time in that to see
Yeah,
where that now earlier you said you and Zoe kind of just, for just professional reasons, you even kind of drifted a little farther than you intended to or whatever. Y'all just, whatever. How how has that affected Has anybody been surprisingly affected more than you thought they were going to be by your absence?
No. Uh, uh, um, I can't say no. And I tell you what, I really would have to give that some thought because it's not something I had ever focused on. Simplify, Brother John. Uh, look back up in the chain. There's room in the thing. The invite, I already put it up. I can't say that I ever really focused on that, on whether they would be different. I just looked and kept going. And wound up actually writing again for DL in a more collaborative, on some collaborative type shit. So I don't. Yeah, how can I tell? Yeah, this is what I can say to that. Is the focus on, the paying attention to the hole you left, especially for the sake of seeing the place you left in a minus, takes away from the energy moving forward. When I'm done with a situation, I'm done with it. I put it in a position to where if it serves me, I can get back over to that. And I ain't burn no bridges. But let them do what they doing. Because I've had to do that with a few people where it's like, look, I'm not fucking with you so you can wither and die, or I'm not fucking with you so your shit will be so much less whatever. I'm not fucking with you because I'm not fucking with you. So I don't even yeah, brother. And that's let me bring my face up here. That's as honest as I can be about it, is that I would, and it's probably because I'm too arrogant. I mean, I'm incredibly I'm arrogant. I don't really. There's a yeah. It's in it's a sign in Hot 97 when what's the morning show? What's dude's name?
Charlemagne and them?
No. That's the other one. Is it
Not
Hot
the people
90?
drop the bomb.
Rosenberg. Ebro in the morning. In their studio, there's a sign that says, "We don't care about what you think about us, because we don't think about you at all." Bruh, when I'm done with it, I don't think about it at all that way. And this ain't even throwing no stone at my man's soul or at DL. I had to focus to get my comedy album underway. I had to focus to get my stand-up rolling and only have so much bandwidth. So when I narrow it to my shit, I ain't got nothing bad to say about what's out here. Nigga, it just ain't in here. And this is what I'm focused on. And this is what counts. So, yeah, man. Maybe I can say this. I grew to this. I can't say I always felt that way. Maybe when I was young for a while, I can tell you a time I did feel that way was when I won Star Search and went back to visit the warehouse that I worked in and got to see my haters face to face, who said that I couldn't make it, to include my my ex father-in-law. That that felt good to rub that in them niggas' faces, and especially to be good to the people who I was good to, that I was good with when I was there. I used to work at way back in the day. There was a sneaker. Oh yeah, bro, you remember LA Gear sneakers? That was one of my last jobs. Was working at the LA Gear warehouse down in Ontario, and like in the night, like 91, maybe 90. Yeah, 91. Because I jumped off into comedy and started swimming in 91, 92. And I won Star Search in 94. And came back. And the day I came up there, all the people I worked with, was like 30 of them. I just bought them all lunch. Just here. I just want to say thank you, because y'all was cool with me when I was here. And I kind of felt it then. I was like, you know what? Fuck you niggas. Once I got rolling and into my into my shit, bruh, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Yeah.
That's how I've been feeling about letting stuff go. Like this last month,
Mm-hmm.
it's been like, all right, so they can't see it when you start. So it's no harm to nobody that can't see your dream.
Hmm.
I'm upset. I may be. I'm not even upset. I may be disappointed in the fact that you might not be here. But like I said, once I got the clarity of you couldn't take them with you, and you couldn't do it with them.
Right.
It wouldn't be possible. You can't do what you're trying to do. You can't so. I used to work with chainsaws. We used to have to clear out creeks.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I can't do while I'm doing that, or I used to get a special permission. I say it this way, because you do have to worry about what everybody else is. Like you got to be aware of where everybody else is.
Nigga, it's chainsaws.
Right. But the way I operated, I would carve out a path in such a way where when I turned around, it was time to take break. When I turned around, wasn't nobody by me no damn way.
Okay.
So I don't know what y'all doing with y'all saw. I'm not mad at you about what you're doing. I hope it work out for you.
Right.
But the path I'm on, one, you can't help me with for real, because you can't see what I'm seeing. That vision was for me. And my irritation with what I got an irritation with, you don't have. So my attitude to succeed, you don't have the hunger like I do. For whatever reason, it wasn't put on you to do. So I've been able to let go of the should have been here's, or the I wish it's damn, that's fucked up, and all of that. Like, you know what I mean? I wish you was 10% more committed to any goddamn thing in life. Maybe you know what I mean? I've been able to let that go this last month because of the clarity of you couldn't you where I'm going, you can't go.
Yeah.
You just can't go. It ain't meant for you. It's meant for me. So, and that's been a lot of this year, getting around the people or being able to even see, because busy people are busy.
Right.
You ain't got that type of money or got that type of responsibility and got all the time in the world. Like, you ain't got hangout time for real. You make time for that.
You got, I like to say I usually have one or the other, time or money. I rarely have both. Because I just don't. I got a brand new Xbox sitting under my console that I haven't hooked into my shit because I don't have time to play. I don't. If I'm watching, when I watch it, that's why I shout out to Fatty, to Angry Man, who I need to. Yeah, I got to show y'all his book. Y'all need to get this book. I'm digging it. I just got into it. It's Angry Man's book. I'm gonna get it in a minute. Shout out to him. Shout out to Israel Mills. If I got time, I'll go fellowship with them brothers and go to their channel and shout out to Sharon in here. I'll go kick it with them. Um, I just I'm sedity with my life minutes. They my life minutes, nigga. This is TikTok and this shit is for real. We can't get back 1 minute.
Mm-mm.
We can't, bruh. We was talking while I was in the car. We can't go back to there. That's gone. It
Yeah.
was what it was dope. It was what it was, but it was. All you have is right now. And to be able uh, um, to come to grips with who can't go with you, man. I had to deal with that this year. And it was some of the closest people to me. Depressed me. I went through a dark time this year. Uh, and just started to come out of it recently because I could release it. But to go further, um, I'm gonna steal from Soul Brother Number One, aka Mr. Louis Farrakhan. Uh, he said, when you see the space shuttle go out into orbit, it takes off from the ground with these two big gas sponsons. And I'm paraphrasing right now. As it breaks the Earth's atmosphere and gets deeper into space, those sponsons break off. And no matter how fast, and no matter how bright, and no matter how high they flew, when it was their time, it was time for them to break off because they were never designed to go fully into orbit anyway.
Mm-hmm.
From their design, you have to be, and now I'm kind of jumping off of that, but you have to be comfortable with the creator's design of others. And it's a son of a bitch, bruh, because you wanted to design them your way. You thought when you put them in that position that they were shaped for it until you got to see all of their sides. And it really didn't fit the way you thought. Bruh, when you got to rip them close people out, I get it. Please understand. Had me toe up this year. There's none of this shit that because I understand it says I'm above it. What up, True? None of this stuff says
What
I'm
up,
above
Drew?
it. This shit. So um now this year coming, um of your yeah. Talk about let me put it this way. Professionally, how have your views changed from this year to next year? And professionally, and you can be as specific or as vague as you want. That's why I changed gears with the question. Uh, Professionally, how have your views changed from what you saw in 2023? And how do you plan to apply that in 2024?
So, like I said, I ended up getting my vision. So I know I only can get them if I'm supposed to do something. Uh, I went in the middle of my pain about what was going on. I started back studying, and immediately I started getting what was going to come next if I stayed studying. I started getting so much information so fast with that the realization that you were wasting so much time with uh what you felt like you were supposed to do or what you wanted to do versus what you were supposed to do, that it just started making more sense to do this in this little bit of time. You might have thought about this information, and then when you sat down and took the time to actually research it, you found it. And then once you found it, the next step is applying it. Well, applying it according to this calendar shouldn't take too long. You know, you can only once you have the knowledge, you can only fill up with what I want to do. So it's a matter of staying determined and staying on your purpose versus anything else anybody else got going on. You just gotta make sure you and yours is number one, and move on. If they not, if it's like I said, it's the chainsaw situation. If you're not in my path, and the path I'm carving, I don't know nobody else in that genre of what I'll be doing. So I don't I don't see me being able to even conversate with anything old. That stuff don't even it just it don't entertain me. And I start saying that towards the end of the last quarter of the year. Like these conversations don't entertain me because I'm not getting no knowledge out of it. And only once everything got quiet did I realize it's not entertaining you because you know that subject already. That's boring. Let them figure that out. Um, you have other things you need to do. So applying the information I'm gathering now is all next year. And I know that I'm blessed in such a way where if I put my feet towards any goal, I've always gotten it. Uh, so with that being said, it's just avoiding hiccups, which it should be very minimal. So that first quarter gonna let me know what everything is gonna be for the rest of the year. But my mindset is keep doing your research, applying your research, seeing if taking the challenge to see if the knowledge you have actually is applicable, and finding the holes and not being shy to find the holes. Like you got to check because I don't like I say, everybody I know that got it didn't fail at something. You failed once or twice, or you had it. I ain't even gonna say fail. I'm not even gonna say fail. You had to get
Man,
corrected in a very. You might have had to get corrected in a harsh way, but you didn't fail
mhm.
because the lesson was learned, and the next time that corner had to be turned, you knew how to do it. Not everybody know how to drive in first range. So once you learn how to drive in first range, then that time that you almost got into that car accident, or maybe you did get into an accident, that's a joke now because you know what to do next time that situation happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, oh, sure.
So that's how I feel about next year. It's not gonna be a year where this is the death. I say it this way. This because I do April. I
hmm
celebrate my New Year's in April because that
hmm
I don't see the point of celebrating death and then saying it's new. New don't happen till spring. I don't. They changed it. It don't even make sense to me. So these next couple of months for me is getting new and allowing the dead to stay dead.
Sure, sure. Sit tight. Um, I when you spoke on failure, this came to mind.
I love this one. Fail early, fail often, fail forward. Um, it's always a little bit frustrating to me when people have a negative relationship with failure. Failure is a massive part of being able to be successful. You have to get comfortable with failure. You have to actually seek failure. Failure is where all of the lessons are. When you go to the gym and you work out, you're actually seeking failure. You want to take your muscles to the point where you get to failure because that's where the adaptation is. That's where growth is. Successful people fail a lot. They fail a whole lot more than they succeed, but they extract the lessons from the failure and they use that the energy and they use the wisdom to come around to the next phase of success. You got to take a shot. You have to live at the edge of your capabilities. You got to live where you're almost certain you're going to fail. That's the reason for practice. Practice is controlled failure. You're getting to your limit, getting to your limit, getting to your limit. You can't lift that. You can't do that until you get to the point that all of a sudden your body makes the adjustment and then you can do it. Failure actually helps you to recognize the areas where you need to evolve. So fail early, fail often, fail forward.
That that joint right there brings up a few things in my it puts a few bullets in the gun. Number one, shout out to Will Smith, man. I'm praying for you. What say you to failure? Because it sounds like you were somewhere around there.
Well, to me, art, like you said, you have a negative relationship with failure. I didn't for a long time until I got around people that didn't try because of failure.
Right.
So to me, I'm not by myself scared of doing nothing. I didn't been plenty of places by myself, and we gonna make it work. One
Right.
of them people where you drop me in Japan right now. I don't know nothing, don't know nobody, don't know the language. Come back in 3 months and see if I'm not cool.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's to me it's the truth. Because if you don't know, the only way to find out, if you want to find out, you gon' fuck up. I don't see how you couldn't. Or you might not even be fuck up. You gonna make a mistake. I don't see. I've never heard somebody successful not say they made a mistake. Not go, hey, look out for this. Don't do that when you get. Okay, so look, when you get this, don't do this with it. That comes from the experience of making a mistake and knowing how to get around it.
Well, and I'm gonna take us down the woman road for a minute. This is, I think, where we all, if we be honest, have come across dealing with women with accountability issues, all of them on some level or another. And I think it has to do with equating wrong with bad, when really all wrong is the indicator of an opportunity to change course. And a logical man, which is basically what you're saying in your logic, prettied up with this fucking eloquent bullshit I'm saying, is the same thing. You're when I fuck up, here's the opportunity to now know not to fuck up like that. I'm change course. Get to this again. This is a video game, nigga. Your favorite video game. How do you get better at video games? I keep getting stuck right here. Down, left, L2 back.
Mm-hmm.
It's you gotta learn them down, L2 backs.
I had the conversation with my mom and I was telling her about something, and they go, she played video games, and I'm like, we talking about money and how money is just another language. And she was like, a lot of people, and she made a face, and I'm like, well, there's nothing to be intimidated by because you play video games, so you understand that at the beginning of any adventure game, they give you a little tutorial with this button do, what that button do, how to do this, how to do that every time you first encounter it, and you still die. And you die a lot at the beginning of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Or the middle-ish of the game, you start to get a hang of everything that's going on, even though they still throwing little whams and little new things here and there.
Oh, you still getting fucked up.
But you got the basics down in such a way to where this new thing is just an extra thing. It's not a hindrance. It's, oh, okay, I know how to do that. All right, just push this when I see it. All right, cool. So by the end of the game, when you start fighting these bosses, you have these little bosses in the intermediate levels of the game, and you get to the last boss, and the last boss is supposed to be an amalgamation of everything you've learned thus far. So if you study and practice and didn't just try to pass that part, you by the time you get to the last boss, as difficult as it should be, the challenge should be fun. You should
Right.
be looking forward to the challenge because now at the end of this, I've won. Uh, and that's how you should treat. That's what I told her. I said that's how I treat anything that I struggle with or want to know. At first, I don't mind being called stupid because clearly I am. But give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I don't even need necessarily no help. I'm blessed and I appreciate it if I get some, but I'm built in such a way that, like my mom says, she go, you sharp. There ain't too many rooms where you can go in. If they talk long enough, you'll understand what they talk about, even if you don't know thermonuclear physics. But sit in the room with them people for about an hour, you're gonna grasp something.
Something.
You ain't walking, you know what I mean? So you'll be able to at least understand some part of this conversation when you leave. So it's not a looking, it wasn't never a look back. It was more for me, it's not the look back that's gonna bug. It was more of, if you seen me, well, yeah, if you seen me do to any amount of people, if you've seen me do exactly what I said I was gonna do before, if you've been around me any amount of time, you've
Mm-hmm.
seen me do what I said I was gonna do at this point in time in life.
Right.
So why you think I'm not gonna go to the next level? And the struggle was believing that maybe they didn't know. That was my thing. My personal thing was they don't think I'm gonna do it. Like, what's going on? And it ended up becoming, the peace came when I went. They know they're not supposed to be there when I do. They're not. They can't help me get there. So God is just removing, who I pray to is just removing people that know they not. They not gonna help. So
Okay. So
however, uh,
stop right there. Uh there, those of you here are about to uh witness Jedi Masterclass question that I can't just ask everybody. Now that those people are out of your circle, there are two main elements that put them there: doubt and fear. But we need to look at what they would possibly be doubting and fearing. They doubt you, or they fear the level, or both. It could be just good old fashioned. It could be, look, you my man, Bruce. We've been cool since we was 9. But I know you and I doubt you. Or it could be, bruh, you know you my man. We've been cool since we was 9. I believe in you. But nigga, that high? And about my belief in you, I'm scared of that high. Uh, can you discern, regardless of attitude, regardless of hateration, regardless of where they sat with you, right close to you or acquaintance, whatever, not for the sake of looking at them to bring them back, but for the sake of being able to look forward and detect it? Because there are things you can learn from both columns. Were there more people who doubted the level, feared the level rather than doubted you, or vice versa? And I hope all that made some sense.
no, it made sense. Honestly, the clarity came from not giving a fuck. They told me what it was gonna be when I told them what I was gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like I said, the person that was real close to me that told me that looked at it, that looked at the woman on the TV and told me, you need a wife like that.
Oh, I was a wife.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was one of your homies. I swear to
Nah,
God.
nah, nah. I was you need one of those. That's what you need a wife like that. And we laying in bed together, and I'm like, "Fuck are you talking?" Well, then get up and do the shit. The fuck. So, and whether they know that or not, and I think people know what they saying. And at the time, for me, because I'm so used to managing everything and making everything work and holding shit together, I like I said, I'll hear you say something weak, and then I'll just move you to where you need to be, and it's okay. And I've done that so often in life where it's like, just go over here, and you'll be all right. And for the most part, they do for an extended period of time.
Right.
Uh, and this time, it was showed to me like you're not listening. As good as you can listen, you're not listening to what they're saying. You're listening to what you're about to make them do. And when you put them in that position, they're not gonna do it. And they're telling you that I'm saying right now, I'll go, if I say I had a conversation where I said I wanted to go do something, and the person I'm telling is like, yeah, you should go do that. But the thing I want to do, I take them with me to do. Like they're the other half of that equation. But they just looked at me and said, yeah, you should go do that. Like, did I not just mention something that you, all right, okay. So either I can listen or I can ignore what he said and put myself in jeopardy now. Either
Involve his half ass.
whether he got half the, whether I'm paying the whole price because he ain't got half his half, whether I'm gonna be, and it just when I hear stuff like that now, I've had people, I've had women leave and say and basically say you deserve better without using that sentence so many times. That like, so when anybody says any version of that now, okay, I believe you. Like, okay, what am I, what am I gonna do but waste time trying to figure out what the hell you mean by what you just said?
Yeah.
And that
I
goes,
mean, now it's like thanks for the warning.
and you know what I mean? So like, and that goes for everybody. If I call you, or if you tell me I can call you, and then when I call you more than two things about some type of thing I need you to handle, or you said you would handle, and then when I hit you about it, you can't hit me back for a couple of days or whatever. I just X you up. I told one of my elders like,
Hey man, I told you I'm sorry. Hell.
but I had to tell him like, hey, I give you the least problem. When I call you, we chop it up. I don't bring you problems. But every time I call you and we do talk, it's always on somebody else's BS that you trying to unload on me. But when I call you, I'm just, hey, can you go pick up the kids? I'll come over there, we'll chop it up, bring some food, whatever, whatever. But you don't answer the phone for me. But these same 6 people that bring you drama all day long, you ain't got I hear about them all the time. I bet. So I'm just gonna stop calling you then, because that don't make sense. If you like peace, like you like I like peace, then you wouldn't even be answering the phone for these people. You would really only be all right, but whatever. And there's so many versions of that's been happening over this year that people I'd have known for such a long for such a time period. I ain't gonna say a long time, but you would think people would grow, but like you said, after a while they hit their plateau and they're good. I'm comfortable. Okay, well you comfortable. I'm not. I know what's coming. Some people even know what's coming. It's like, you know what? I'm cool. I'm gonna complain about it, but I ain't gonna do shit
At all.
I'm not. You know what I mean? Like when it come down to it, at the end of the day, if they give me this little stipend because the robot took my job, I'll be all right with it. I'm gonna say I'm not gonna be all right with it all the way until it happens. I'm gonna be completely upset. I might even march or write an angry letter. But as soon as they give me the money, I'm gonna be like, I ain't have to go to work for real.
Well, brother, you going you're gonna deal with this, man. And it sounds lofty to say, but it's the truth. We are given a vision, a sense of purpose that a lot of people aren't. And it's gonna be a burden because there's gonna be people that really do like thinking on the levels they on.
Mhm.
Don't give a damn that they know deep down that those levels are lower than they can reach.
Mhm.
You gonna you got to write them off, and it's a bitch. Cause some of them is like, man, that's my boy, that's my woman, that's my son, that's my daughter,
Mhm.
bruh.
And like I said, I don't think it's a me thing because I get all the encouragement. You know what I mean? I'll get you should go. You should. Hey, that's one of the people. Like I said, the girl looked at the girl on the TV and was like, "Yep, you need somebody just like that." Okay, well, shit. If you gonna tell me I should go travel and do this adventure by myself, then you ain't telling me I can't do it. That's
Right.
not what you said. So I can't say you a hater or no nothing like that. You're not giving me that energy. That's not my struggle. A person being mad, if you know me, you know. Like I've even had somebody go out of the group that we were in at the time. Dude looked at me and said, straight up, if anybody gonna make it, it's gonna be you.
Mm.
If any one of us is gonna do something outside of the ordinary, it's gonna be you. I've heard stuff like that, and then you just don't get the visions or whatever the case may be. You go through the doors that open. Well, now it's time to make it's time to make my doors. It's time to make my path. And because like I said, because who I pray to fuck with me in such a way, even before I got on it, he didn't. I didn't got the clarity to be cool about it. Now, like I'm
Mm.
cool, not even mad no more. So when they do the weird thing that they do, for the little bit of time that we gonna be in, I might see you in passing, or my phone might ring. Don't even bother me. I'm not even gonna. There's no reason to tell you what I'm gonna do next because I'm just gonna do it. You'll see it, and you know I'm gonna do it.
Well
All I gotta
said.
do.
Well
So
said.
it's been okay. And tell Madam I'm gonna be in Oakland. So if you got somebody to braid hair, I need that. Uh, but like it's just travel is
Shit,
what's
nigga, you just told
I uh
her. Yeah, let them know when you're gonna be up that way. You
but yeah, so
good.
it's not been it's been a hard year. Like at one point in the year, I had 3 cases going on at the same time dealing with. Uh, shit, I officially lost the togetherness of my family this year and dealing with it. Uh,
What? Okay. If we can, let's explore that for a second. When you say the togetherness of your family, was there a particular occurrence and that kind of grenaded it, or was it a slow erosion? Uh,
I'm good enough. I'm good enough to where no woman that I've been with really left on some "you can't get me back" type of situation.
right.
So, but the
My
thing
mine wanted
about
to
it is,
kill me, nigga. They still mine wanted me dead. But yeah.
nah, they never. It's never like that. It's just whatever it is that whatever it is that they got going on, they got to go.
Mhm.
They can't do that around me, and they know that.
Right.
So I had like in this life, I've only really had one girl. I probably say one girl that I like on some buddy shit,
Hmm.
and we fucked around, and her thing was I'm scared of you. Like I can't. Yeah, there's some shit you don't know about me, and I had been around her for years. She was like, yeah. but we not fucking. So like we not consistently fucking. We not in a relationship. So it's like
Okay.
I do different shit. I'm like, you watch your mouth around me. She's like, yeah, but I got a slick ass mouth, but you're not gonna tolerate shit like that. Yeah, I'm not. So watch your mouth. To me, it's that simple. Just watch your mouth. Then.
So what you're telling me is that you can't watch your mouth. It's not about whether or not I can tolerate it.
Ain't
It's
about
whether,
me.
yeah, this you what
It
you're
ain't got
telling
shit to
me is
do with
you know
me.
you. Yes.
It ain't got shit to do with me. And that's what a lot of it is. That's what that's where the peace came from. That's what I'm saying. Like if you look back at any of the videos since y'all been since this at least this year or since I really joined, it was going through a couple little struggles and a lot of the totality of the lesson was, I mean, I just didn't get the I maybe I didn't deserve it at the time because I wasn't gonna grasp it, but right now it just seemed like the Legos, you had to let the Legos fall and you build your and you're allowed for the first time you're really allowed to or in my for the first time in my life for real I'm allowed to I will be allowed to make my own destiny with no with no responsibilities that don't automatically come with the job. You're not responsible for so and so and where they grown. If they gonna do it, if they gonna have something happen, that's on them. Your kids is automatic, so they gonna go with you no matter what. They gonna be they blessed like you is. They
Right.
gonna be safe.
Right.
You ain't gotta worry about it. That ain't a fear of mine no more. Because I used to be scared of shit about it. Like if I'm not around, weird shit is happening. And that was part of trying to keep stuff together. Because if I'm not here, then I know weird shit is happening. I pop up and some weird shit happening with my kids. I'm tripping.
Come on.
But they seem like they sharp as me. So
Right.
Good luck with that for too long. You know what I mean? Like good luck with doing any weirdo shit around them. Cause once they get a certain age and you ain't got to answer for their question, I don't know what you're gonna do. They gonna look at you like I looked at anybody that couldn't answer my question.
Right.
You are no longer the leader in this relationship. I don't give how old you are. You can't answer this. So I feel like I'm okay with that. There's no acquaintance that, and there's nobody that really wishes me, and like I said, there's nobody that wishes me harm, and there's nobody that goes, you can't do it. Like I've had people say some malicious shit, and because they mad or whatever, try to get away, but I know that they know like that's bullshit. You just saying stuff to piss me off because you want to be mad.
Because
I'm
you
not
are,
mad.
yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So other than that, I don't really get negative. I just got it's okay. You'll be okay, man. You'll be okay, and you'll make it okay. Even if it ain't okay, you'll make it okay. Trust me, you'll make it okay. Do what you're supposed to do, and stop doing the things you're allowed to do. Stop making time for things just because.
Okay. Let me shift gears for a second because I don't want to say just last year, but the past couple years. In my purview, the manosphere has been kind of blowing up. I've been in some rooms with young brothers and accused them of complaining without solution, just wanting to beat up on women, women in general, black women specifically. At some point, shout out to the no good, conniving, funky ass scallywags that I'm not talking about. Y'all exist. I'm not talking about y'all.
Rutabagas.
Thank you, sir. There from the back of the class. Rutabagas. Not talking about you funky ass rutabagas. I'm discussing the scarcity of these other women. Are they that scarce? The women that are, and I'm you the perfect person to ask because bro, I'm married and nigga, I'm knocking the shit out of 60. If you see me in the club, I'm looking for my niece. It's time to go. I'm not your Uncle Jeff in here, nigga. I don't know none of these. I don't listen to this music. So I'm detached from it a couple generations. What is your take on uh females with the proper mind to build with and their scarcity, which is what I'm hearing? Oh shit, somebody finna get ass whooping? Oh. Oh, I gotta go. Yeah, that's funny. I gotta mark that. I gotta mark that, bro. Oh, that's funny.
I just the truth of the matter is power is too addictive. You know how much power a woman has to give up to being her proper person, and they don't want to. They'll do it for a little bit. I'm a very this is what gets me in trouble with women. I had that conversation earlier today or yesterday. As much as men lie to get women, nobody wants to acknowledge that women don't like the truth. You can't walk up to a woman. You can't walk up to a woman and be like, "Hey, truth of the matter is this: until we fuck, I don't even know if I like you or not. So I don't really care if you can read or not. Like none of that's my problem right now. So I'll let you pick the first movie. We'll go. You bowl? All right, we'll bowl or skate or something. We can go. We can bowl or skate because I really don't like watching movies because I can't get to know you if we sit in the silence for 2 hours, right? So fuck a movie. Let's go do something. I'll let you pick the activity. We'll go do that, and then we gonna fuck, right? If we have a nice time at your activity, we gonna fuck. Then after about a month, I'll see if I like you. I can't tell you I like you right now. I can tell you you're fuckable. Right. I can tell you you're attractive, but you knew that already. You've been trying to. I'm pretty sure people have been hollering at you since you was 12. So that's not even like to say the obvious.
Why are we even down that road?
That's not gonna work unless she's been married a couple times or some shit like that and been used up. Like then she wants the truth because she's tired. You know what I mean? But by then, it doesn't matter because now you set in your ways and you can do, you know what I mean? So it's an endless stream of dudes. So why not take the convenient lie? That's why when you find out that most black women voted for Biden because it was an easier pill to swallow, even though they knew it was fucked up. Like the ones that even knew it was fucked up would be like, well, this one was more fucked up, but don't even know nothing about the other one.
Yeah.
It's just what is more convenient or more comfortable for women. And so the odds of you finding one on this side of the rock, now I'm, we on the West. So maybe you get to maybe the further east you go, you might get a different thing, but I can't tell. I don't see it. I see even the women that the R&B singers I be hearing be on some bullshit. Like I ain't heard an album or a string of songs a man will listen to from a woman artist, and I don't know how long. And like there's a couple, but there's a couple available, but they don't get no bandwidth. Okay. So if you don't know them, you don't know. But we don't. They're even then they're very few. There's very few women that's just holding down the responsibility of shit that they do to the point where I just don't do that. Or I want to better. Even if I do it, when you point it out, I don't want to. I'm glad you saw that I do that, so now we can work on it. Not that I'm glad you saw that, so now I can run. Because that's what happens more often than not. When you come at a situation like I said, the truth is damaging more than it is helpful. Like I've been in situations where it's like, all right, you did this. This is what you do, and I'm here in spite of you doing it, and that's why I'm telling you. and they go, the fact that you even know that I do that, I'm out of here. Yabba dabba the fuck, dude. Gone.
Okay, well, okay, stop right there. That's very funny. Brother, I told you I was gonna let you take the wheel. For the 16 people that you're in here with, uh co-host the show for a few minutes. I gotta go walk this dog because I love this show and I love what we're doing right here. I didn't want to stop, and I could, the shit you were saying, there was no way I could cut that off, and it made sense. And I said I was gonna let you do this. I thought there would be more people up here for you to do it with. No matter. Take the wheel for a few minutes because I don't want to keep going in it. I don't love this conversation enough to clean shit out of this cage. I got to let this dog out. So I will be right back. Yeah, take the wheel.
Yes, sir. So it's hard to find. It's hard to be. I tell anybody this. The best way to be honest about when you enter a relationship is when y'all start talking about trauma and pain, you let them know immediately. Well, I'm going fuck up. I'm not perfect. What the fuck up is, I can't even tell you because I don't mean you no harm. But when I do, what are we going to do about that? To me, without how you going to be in a relationship without being able to reconcile is beyond me. And most people don't tend to think about none of that. Like it's not even a conversational piece, which is wild to me. I'll join after I change my tire. Oh man, hopefully you ain't stuck in the rain. But most people don't have enough conversations to be around each other because you don't know how to get back to the space or create a new space where trauma has been and now we here. We not back here. A lot of people like to focus on when y'all first got around each other and y'all first start loving each other and or loving on each other and start liking each other and all of that. And a lot of the conversations in relationships after something happened is getting back to when. But that's gone. That win is gone. That twinkle, the reason why you twinkled before is gone. I've had so many people go, well, I like him and he ain't did nothing because I like him like this because he ain't did nothing. It's like, well, weird. Give it some time. Give it some time. He gonna do something. What it is, I couldn't tell you. Maybe he just habitually leave the toilet seat up and like to piss all over it. Maybe he don't hit the toilet seat up. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he don't wipe enough and his drawers is just gonna be shitty every time you do laundry. Maybe he just don't do laundry and that bugs you. Maybe he don't clean up. Maybe he gonna try to fuck your sister. Like, I don't know. I really can't tell you what the thing gonna be, but it's gonna be there. And a lot of women tend to think that because if they don't do the big two, they don't cheat, if they think they're not lying or cheating or stealing, they think they're not doing that. But y'all can be quietly annoying as fuck. Okay. And to nag at somebody every day is doing a thing. We just tend not to let you know you're doing that thing. And that's a problem we have with communicating about the things that bother us. So them little explosions that happen don't be because you actually the chicken was too cold. It was because you had been fucking with me for the last couple of days. It take us 15 minutes to pick out what we eating tonight, and that's goddamn retarded. Like at some point, you not knowing what you want for dinner is okay, but once you don't know and I pick something, don't say nothing. And that's how we fix that. Like we never have to talk about this. This dinner should never be more than a 2-minute conversation, ever. If you don't know what you want, and I do, or I get an idea, then the conversation should be done. Unless you directly picking something right after that. but it's a it is a I know it's a trick because I've talked to too many women about it. Y'all know y'all doing the thing, and it's a level of control that you need to have in pointless conversations just to hold something up. And when that happens, you're doing a thing, and because it's not cheating, you think you getting away with it, but it does annoy us, and that can make us not like you, which can lead to us doing other things because you're purposely being annoying or controlling in a very manipulative, secret uh, way. And I think, or I ain't gonna say I think, I definitely believe we need to have more conversations before we start taking each other serious. I think it's really damaging, and because we do lie to each other, and that needs to stop too. Like for real. Like when Unc says like, what's the odds to find a woman? It's like the only reason I never even thought about what the reason would be of why men. I mean, what I know why we do what we do. Actually, like I said, we train a lot. We don't get to tell you the truth unadulterated like we can do at a barbershop or something. We don't get to do that. It's too uncomfortable. It's too uncomfortable for you. You don't like it. Everything has to be it has to be served like candy. And I don't talk like that. Like I have to if I have to I can't treat you like a grown woman and my child in every conversation we have. If we talking about something real, it just needs to be real right now. We can get back to that. Like we can get to a place where all right, we've dealt with the problem. We know what the problem is. We have our opinions about the problem. This is what we're doing to fix it, and this is the plan now. Now we can go back to loving on each other. Right now, we need to fix this, and this is all we focusing on. Not how I said what I said that. Yeah, I meant it exactly how I said it in this moment right now. And you need to be able to deal. You need to be able to deal with that in a constructive way, no matter the words I. As long as I'm not being disrespectful or dishonoring to our arrangement as partners. How I'm talking, how I'm talking is irrelevant. What I'm saying to you is what needs to be dealt with. And like I said, we're not disrespecting each other. We are dealing with a problem, and that's all we're doing right now. And we're dealing, and you should deal with it in love if that's what the stage y'all in. Even if y'all in like or whatever y'all situation is, that's how you should be dealing with it. You deal with problems straight and forward. You don't pad problems because that just makes other problems. You sweeping dirt under the rug until the rug has a knot in it, and now we tripping over now we tripping over this knot that we both pretending ain't here, and that ain't good for me. Like it ain't good for you. So, but there's always, and we get back to that problem where, all right, so when you bounce because of the problem or the situation, when you bounce, you ain't learned nothing because you didn't hear nothing I said because you didn't like the way I was talking. But that's how we talk. Like I'm not gonna I can't be upset, control myself, talk to you in the baby language, and then let you talk to me any kind of way, or I'm just supposed to act like the problem ain't the problem for the sake of hopefully you stay through the problem. If the problem ain't a problem in which you should be leaving, then I don't even know why we talk about it. We got to stop doing that too. Like I think we really, as a culture, for real, we need to bring those people back that shame the people that were fucking up. Like I'm definitely gonna be one of them people in my family. I am one of them people in my family. We just had an incident where a person wasn't taking care of their kids like they were supposed to, and I went off because I do too much to let somebody uh not properly take care of their kids in front of me and be comfortable. So somebody need to be designated the person. Y'all need every family a group or whatever it is need to designate the person that slaps the shit out of the people that don't take care of what they're supposed to be taking care of. It makes those people feel very uncomfortable because it's way too much fuckery going on with us. What you say? You must recognize that people lie to themselves. Though. Those are the true liars, for real, for real. But when you lie to yourself, but that's why listening is such a good art form because the people that lie to themselves, when they speak, they'll tell you they lie. Once you get to a level of listening where I can hear everything you didn't say that you were supposed to say, but you didn't say none of that. And not supposed to say as in I needed you to say this pattern of words, but I asked you a direct question and you didn't answer me. You talked around what I asked you. Or you gave me an excuse so you can do that type of again. That didn't fix the problem. So when they talk in such a pattern, you'll understand that, okay, well, whatever it is you got going on with yourself ain't got nothing to do with me. And then it's depending on how you feel about the situation, it's now your responsibility because some people so wrapped up in their own lies that they didn't cocoon themselves to where they comfortable with that versus when you poke a hole in the cocoon and now they're being faced with something that they didn't want to face at a time. And you might be poking that hole at a good time. So if you tell them the truth and they have to face it and they run, then now you know who you deal like you officially know who you're dealing with if you care enough to figure that out. So I'm one of them people. I'd rather I need to know you full of shit right now. I don't want to know 5 years in, we got business and money exchanging and we tied in such a way that where it damages my universe if you leave. I need to know you full of shit right now. I need to say I that's why I talk in such a way. Like I don't pad my mouth for nobody, especially if I just meet you. Like I'm cool. I'm not nice. I'm not gonna be nice. If I see something I don't like, you do something or be in public, I use my mouth on purpose as an instrument to get the truth about you. You're gonna tell me something because you're gonna stop wanting to play pretend. I don't fuck how pretty you are or how nice you pretending to be. We gonna get that about you. I'm for sure I'm gonna push that button. All I gotta do is find it. You give me enough time, I'm gonna find the button. So all that lying, the First Amendment is the most important. Yes, yes, it is. Uh, and they will be sorely misinformed for sure. People loving the bubbles that they put their beliefs change someone's beliefs and attempt to do so, you become an opponent of the person. For surely, if when you challenge, but see that's to me when Unc asks if it's gonna be hard to find a mate that's a female, that's the point I'm making. It's like it's too comfortable to be a woman. I've since I was a child. I had a single digit age the last time I saw a grandmother check their child or their child's child and check them in front of everybody. Don't go fuck you. Hey, you can't do that, and you can't be. And my dad was the last person to really be like before he passed. And like I said once again, I'm a single age when I see this happen, but you can't even be here if you get down like that. You're not welcome here. I don't care if you've been acting right. You're going to act right in here. We know what you do out there. And that's why you're not welcome here. Women don't tend to push lines like that no more. And to me, it seems like they don't want to push them lines because they're not allowed, because then people won't be allowed to do what they want to do. Then you'll be allowed to do what you want to do everywhere else but here. And all right, cool. Because here somewhere got to be safe from bullshit. You can't, it's too many people, it's too many orphan kids raising themselves because grandma ain't there. Grandma out at the club with the mama, and the kids is out is sitting at the house. So they raising themselves with the TV. And ain't nobody slapping the shit out of nobody because everybody just want to do what they want to do. Grandma don't want her role because she don't want to be old not understanding that the wisdom she didn't gain can actually help everybody else from fucking up like she did. Mom don't want to be mom because that takes up time, but how are we supposed to raise people? How are we supposed to have a better version of people if nobody's taking the time to raise them? I know a lot of dads that actually are trying to be there for their kids, but I also know some bum ass niggas that pretend like they want to, and I tell them straight up, you can't even talk about your kids in front of me. I mean, family, you don't get to talk about your kids. Don't mention how you miss them. If I don't give a fuck if you drunk I don't ever say that 'cause I'm gonna beat you up because and I'm gonna have to stomp you out because I know you full of shit. I know it don't take you nothing to go get them kids. And if you wanted to go get them, if it was that bad, you missed them that bad, you could went to the courthouse. Or we got the type of family where you could have just made the phone call. We'd have got them kids. So however you wanted to do it, we would have done that. But you ain't make none of them calls. You ain't made none of the moves. You don't get to talk about your kids in front of me because you don't want them. So fuck what you talking about. It's what you doing. Even if and we so bad as a culture now where it's like if as long as you making money, don't matter what you doing. Where they do that at for real? Who is letting just anybody in the house? Like who is letting that? Just what other culture is letting this type of shit go on? I don't. We the only ones that do that. So when he say especially a black woman, it's like other than saying they don't need us, they want us. I don't see no line that black women as a culture as themselves is pushing. I ain't seen a group of black women elders get together and just chastise them up fucking up. And I don't know how long. And to me, if y'all not gonna let us do it because it look a certain way. The optics of a man, of a group of men in the circle going, this bitch, you can't do that. And be here. It look bad. It just look bad. So when we push lines on women, they tend to flip it like we're doing something we're not doing. A lot of us love y'all, but y'all don't love yourselves. Y'all come outside playing Halloween every day and then act like we just supposed to be cool with this. Like, if you gonna lie to you, what make you think you ain't gonna lie to me? What make me think you ain't gonna lie to me? So, that's just the tip of that. Like, and then there's no consequence. We really don't have no consequence for the fuckery that we do as a culture. It's just anything is okay as long as you making some money. Anything is okay as long as your shit paid for. Even if it ain't, even if it ain't like some of us is watching kids because or letting people do stuff because we don't want the people that's fucking up to go do it somewhere else. Well, at least they safe over here. They shouldn't be safe nowhere. But if they gonna be a dope fiend and not take care of their responsibilities and they not gonna drop the kids off to you're not giving them no more of a chance when they get back to that environment. They playing with the other. They gonna do the same thing. You're not really helping the problem with that mentality neither. Well, they're gonna do it somewhere, so you might as well do it here. Nah, they gotta get kicked all the way out. They can't be here. I mean, maybe you should watch. Maybe you can watch the kids, but to me, I'm like, that's just me. Grandma gonna do what she gonna do, but it's like I don't. We shouldn't have. We really everybody need to get with their people and really have some rules of some people that really that's handling their business and what's up with black they need to get like I said at the beginning of the year, you get with your tribe, you get with your people. 40 minutes. You need to get with your people that you moving with, that you got business with, that ain't just regular family, the people that actually move with you. When you call, they come. When they call, you come. Them people, y'all go back and forth. You need to get with them people. Y'all need to establish a set of rules that y'all gonna abide by, what y'all is and ain't having, the progress, the goals of the group, and y'all need to get with your people, make you a tribe, get y'all some goals, set y'all some perimeters and parameters, and get to executing, because they're not giving us a lot of time to do anything. So if you just starting, you don't have as long as one of your seniors did. They implementing stuff all the time that's literally to take from you. They got regular businesses doing real estate to the point where you can't even, that regular job that your dad and them used to have, you can't buy nothing with that. Your family gonna be forever not owning nothing. You can't afford a car because of the interest rate. You ain't gonna be able to afford a house because of the price and the interest rate. Most people are credit card and their groceries. They only put the gas down right now just so they can bring that bullshit up later when they get elected again, because the election cycle about to come up. The situation is rigged to where, as we still fighting each other and not getting nothing out of it, and still believing in something that don't work for none of us completely, but it worked for some of us enough. And that's wild, because all the stories I used to hear growing up, it was like it was all of us or none of it. Like it was all of us or none of us. So either the Panthers was feeding all of us, or they wasn't when they was till they was done and they didn't feed none of us. So now it's okay, we cool because we got welfare. So that's cool. But you can't survive on that. You can kick me out because you got welfare, but you ain't doing nothing with that. You ain't eating for real. You gonna have to supplement. You gonna have to figure out what you gonna pay to go on that vacation. So when you come back, you in debt, owe some rent, owe your car note. You gonna owe some bills to go on that vacation you going on with that welfare. And I don't need no man, like, or with that job, that single job you got.
I did not see you or hear you.
The hardest part is finding a tribe, low key.
I can't be exposed like that, so you can understand why I closed it.
Single business owner, I know conservative. They feel conservative are better. Not what you well, I mean, you talking about like in voting, or just the way they vote, the way they vote? Because I'm thinking if you own a business and you doing what you're supposed to be doing with your business, there's a lot of different, ways you can conduct yourself. I had every single food stamp receipt as a Costco card. I'm not knocking that. I'm not knocking it if hustle how you hustle, but understand that that's a hustle. That's not supposed to be, motherfuckers is out here with welfare career plans. That's what they really on. Just so they can say they independent or something. Like, I'm not knocking if you're on Section 8, but you supposed to be doing something with it. Do something with it. Like, don't the attitude that comes with these programs are the wrong ones. Hey folks, I can see you with the turning the lights on. Uncle let you in.
Young blood. Where is I see there he is. Hey, what's going on, brother? This brother Youngblood ran across him. I'm gonna say, was it Fight Club, Youngblood? Where
yeah, Fight Club. Remember I made the pyramid of how to pick the wife?
Oh, yes, sir. Oh, it was brilliant. Yeah, well, welcome, brother. And thank you, dear brother Bruce, for holding it down while I dealt with my no shit in the cage insurance, raising this puppy up, man. So if we could just back up 30 seconds or bring me up to speed.
I was just saying the lesson of the year is get your tribe, because you need to get your tribe together, get your parameters set, and get your goals together, because we are too loose as a culture. So your question I was answering was finding a mate, finding a woman on this side of the rock is going to be very difficult because there's no consequence for bad behavior. There's no group of women, not a single woman. I'm talking about a group of women that are stringently keeping the rules of whatever their area is in their family. As long as this little bitch getting some money, she can do what the fuck she want to. And that's a very poor mind state for family.
Okay.
You can't do what you want. Nobody gets to do what they want. Not anything. You can't just go do anything and it be acceptable to come in the house. That ain't cool. I mean, that's why it's gonna be hard to find a mate over here, because who gonna tell her she wrong besides you? And then you got to depend on her being able to value the fact that she has to change her behavior now, just for you.
Hey, I heard. I'm sorry. What was your name, brother?
Bruce.
So I literally ran across a clip yesterday. It was the dudes in Fresh and Fit. Love them or hate them. They sometimes say some stuff that make you think. And just going off what you said, he was like, imagine you're a chick who, since you were like what you said, 12 years old, everybody's saying you fine and you've been given stuff your whole life. What makes you think you need to change anything? Because you've been given everything, like just from existing. So then Bruce come around trying to tell her what to do. And it's like, why do I listen to Bruce when I've been given everything my whole life by just existing?
Right. Like I seen a clip, it was funny as hell, but they were doing a birthday party and the girl comes in, I don't know if y'all seen this, but the girl comes in and the house is dark. It's like a dark apartment. The lady come in and she starts going happy, and another woman slaps the shit out of her real quick. And she falls, you can hear her stumble and shit in the background. And the door is still open. And the birthday girl comes in, and when she walks in, she noticing the house is still dark. She goes, "What the happy birthday?" And they say, "Surprise!" And the girl in the background going, "What did I do?" It's like,
yeah, I saw that one. She was like, "Happy birthday," and homeboy, and somebody just slapped the shit out of her. Like,
it was a girl. It was a woman. Another woman slapped the shit out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I'm like, where are those? My grandma, after all my grandmas died, my dad died. That side of the family got fucking weird. Like they get real weird now because I was just telling my auntie, everybody just kind of does what the fuck they want to do.
You say your grandpa?
Yeah.
Grandpa?
All the elders, basically all the elders that used to be like no and meant that shit.
Yeah.
Gone.
Hey, Bruce, my wife's grandfather was a stone cold motherfucker. And he passed away 2 years ago. And he was the last stone cold motherfucker. and we've been seeing and I literally talked to my wife's grandmother yesterday. We were there for an hour talking to her. We usually never talk to her like that. That's crazy that it was yesterday. And and she's been saying she see the change since he's passed away, because no one's come up to take that mantle. You know what I mean? Like, it's important that when you lose your patriarch, it needs to be replaced immediately, or the whole family will break down from there.
Well, I want to I think that's a great way to address moving forward, fellas. Is I want you to imagine your family as young blood. Do you remember the Partridge Family? Yeah, the Partridge Family.
Oh yeah, you back in the day.
I'm digging way back, man, from when I was a kid. Yeah. The whole point of bringing them up, okay, Tony, their first record, they had a school bus, an old school bus. Imagine the oldest school bus you can, the one with the rounded edges even in the back. That's your family bus. Your wife's grandfather was one of them bus drivers. Bruce's people he was talking about, they were the bus drivers. The winding road of life is what they led us around. Boy, don't do that shit. Come over here. Girl, you need to be ashamed of yourself. Here's how you cook this. Stay away from them niggas over there. Watch the white man because he do this and that. And even though they could only drive it so fast in the lanes that they were in, get a good job, get some benefits, take care of your family, stay out of trouble. Even though those were lower frequency lanes, those lanes meant something. And then as life got windier and faster, they were taken out of the driver's seat. And when nobody was in the driver's seat, your buses went over society's cliff. And the hardest part for us to deal with is some of them people in that bus gonna perish. Not everybody. You, me, Bruce, we climbed out of the wreckage. And we have to deal with what has climbed out of that wreckage. The rest that has perished, we got to scrub off. We got to throw a no-look pass at Bruce. Great handling of that story that you don't have to share that we discussed today. That has to happen. The pruning of the thinning of your situation has to happen, fellas. And it ain't gonna feel good.
Let me ask you something because you made a good point. I like that bus reference because.
Oh yeah, I'm a genius. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. hey, look, so let's say Grandpa he fell out the bus window.
Yeah.
Right. You're saying some people are gonna die, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you got to understand. Sometimes somebody without a Class A driver's license is going to try and drive that bus.
Oh, sure.
You understand what I mean? You understand what I mean?
Oh, sure. I only went with your first analogy because you said that there was nobody to take that patriarchal position. And as soon as you said that, I saw an old school bus winding along a highway.
But you
with
know
nobody in it, in the driver's seat.
Well, you know who replaced it? You replaced the driver, right? Somebody got up
somebody gonna say we ain't gonna die, and I'm gonna just drive it the best I can.
No,
and
not even that.
It's a woman.
No, that's not what happens. Normally, what happens is the state starts driving that bus.
Wow.
Yeah, you ever ask somebody, and I don't know if you got to that point of that level of conversation with people, young blood, because we never really spoke. But you ever say something to somebody and they give you it's somebody that you think got some type of intelligence and they give you the typical answer that everybody else will give you? Yeah,
that's why I hate this whole, like, I've been in the space since 2019, so I've heard a lot of these panels, right? And sometimes you hear things regurgitate. Like, I'm always willing to change my mind. Always willing to change my mind if I hear some different information. But I also am willing to question everything I've learned. I've always been like that. And so a lot of these things, when I hear niggas talk about, it's because you ain't had your father in your life, that's why you like that. It's like, instead of trying to like read a nigga mind, challenge the argument. You know what I mean? Instead of trying to like be a Miss Cleo, challenge the argument that he's making, whether you disagree if his father was there or not.
Well, I mean, I was gonna say that, but I was asking that to say, when two people that don't know each other give you the same exact fucking answer, that's a non sequitur point to your situation, that's a state answer.
What do you mean by state? I'm trying to understand. What do you mean by state answer? Like
so like an independent woman cannot be a woman on welfare.
Hold on, it kind of broke up. What'd you say? It broke up.
An independent woman cannot be a woman on welfare.
True.
That's a state thought. You're an independent person. You don't do anything. Like that pride that somebody on welfare has, like they do their own shit. That's you know what I mean? Not having consequences to your actions is a state thing. There's very few repercussions for being a bad mother.
Oh yeah, look, I heard no, you watch Angry Man?
Nah. When he comes, I mean, I don't watch it, but I see his clips. So, yeah.
He made a he made a point. I'm not gonna say it as good as he said it, but the way he said it, I was like, God damn. He's like, he said, don't ever let a woman tell you how to be a man. And he was like, why would you take advice from somebody who doesn't have any kind of requirements from life? Like there's nothing that we require from a woman. You can't require her to get married. You can't require her to have sex. You can't require her to have babies. You can't require her to cook for you, clean for you, none of that. There's no requirements that you can have from a woman.
Right. My favorite one right now, I just cleared the room with this one. But I went, if you don't listen, you don't deserve my protection. You just straight up, I don't give a fuck who woman is. It's always I always do that in a room full of black women. Like we get to the conversation somehow, some way, and I go, "Do you listen? What if I tell you can't dress like that? Do you listen? I mean, why I can't? I didn't ask you that. See, that's too many questions already. You can't wear that. You can't go with me looking like that. That should be enough. And if that's not enough, then I'm not. What I'm not gonna do is argue with you about what you wear, and then when a nigga slap you or talk to you or whatever the fuck happens, I'm expected to lay my life down. Now, here's the thing: I only get one of those, so I'm going to waste my life for an argumentative motherfucker. That's not gonna happen. And the fact that you think that's what's supposed to happen is a state thought. Like that's not even an independent thought of yours. You've never sat and had and thought about a problem. This is what I mean by state thoughts. They're automatic answers that anybody that's never had an independent thought would give.
Okay. I got you.
So if you were in child support court or something, right? And the motherfucker first thing somebody say to you is, well, is it your baby? If I don't want to pay child support, why is that part the only part that's relevant? Why did you ask me that first? Shit like that.
Right? You fucked her right?
Shit like that. Those are state answers because that's the answer that anybody would give you.
Right.
And you notice the people that know you notice the people that were raised by the state, by if they know you and they give you these regular answers that anybody would give you, then you know who raised them. They didn't have a thoughtful home. They didn't have somebody that sat them down and explained to them that your friend is somebody that girl, if I could look at you and be like, hey, homeboy ain't your partner. You'd be like, why? Because he let you walk around with a booger in your nose. And he almost let you talk to that girl with a booger in your nose. So what kind of homeboy, what kind of partner or friend will let you look bad in front of a strange bitch without telling you, hey, you got a booger in your nose before you go holler at her? That ain't your friend.
No, I feel you made a point about the dressing, right? Because that was a good one. It's so subjective. Like it's not as black and white. I'm gonna just tell you, this is just my opinion. No facts, data, nothing, right?
Yeah.
It's super subjective based off of what you think is appropriate for the occasion. Like some things, it's like it's appropriate to dress this way for that. Like if she's wearing a bathing suit to a dinner party, that's inappropriate. But if we're at the beach, it's okay, right? And women see things a little bit different than we do. They really do. Like they in their mind, they really believe that, oh, what's wrong with this?
Okay.
Cool. See that shit by yourself.
Hold up. I gotta
that shit by yourself.
I gotta throw the flag on the play right there. Young Master Bruce, if I may jump in.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Brother Youngblood, you making sense, but you're swinging the pendulum a bit too hard. Because I'm not expecting her to wear a bikini anywhere other than to the beach or to a pool party. So she wouldn't be. The bikini versus the other appropriate wear for where you're discussing isn't the problem. The problem is what you consider everyday appropriate. Let's start right there. There are beautiful sisters walking around who I know personally that I never see disrespect themselves by what they wear. If you can get that girl at 2 what is she wearing at 2 p.m? If she got a bunch of I ain't got no man clothes, then she's used to a bunch of I ain't got no man attention. And you gonna have a bunch of I ain't got no man problems. And you can dress like I ain't got no man on the way to church, on the way to the club, on the way to the PTA meeting. It's not a matter of affair. On the way to the beach, it's bikinis you can wear at the beach that I can look at and tell you got a man. And you're not unsexy. You just don't look available.
Right. So you mean, okay, so I literally, we were watching The Temptations yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Remember how them girls were dressed? Oh my goodness. Was it Gladys Knight? Her group?
I
can't
don't
remember
know which part of you.
Where they, it was like the first time they were going to be in a competition. I can't remember who it was. Was it Patty LaBelle? I can't remember. Anyway, what you're saying, like, you don't have, like, there's a lot of women who can look sexy without being revealing. You don't have to show cleavage. You ain't got to show your ass and all of that. I don't know what happened with that. I don't know why that changed.
Well,
you talking about Diana Ross, or you talking about?
I think it was Diana Ross and her, whatever her group was back then.
The Supremes.
And they had the Supremes. There we go. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
Shout out to IB for the Diana Ross.
I'm gonna say and this goes back to a couple of things. I want to roll the tape back just a bit to something Bruce said about protection. This is more true now than in the past 100 years. I can only keep you as safe as you are obedient. Not compliant, not agreeable, not a cooperative. Obedient.
That makes sense.
Period. I can only keep you safe as you are obedient. If I am given something mentally to give to you and you don't take it from me, then you're going to get it from God. See Lot's wife. You're about to see a lot of Lot's wife shit. With regard to I think yeah, now you niggas gonna have to bring me back to where we were, because this thing's homegrown is some shit. Yeah, go ahead, Bruce.
What I was about to say was even then in what you saying about the dressing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll let a girl do what she gonna do, because if I just meet you, I don't know you. I don't owe you nothing. Like I don't owe you nothing. So since I don't owe you nothing, you don't owe me nothing. I'm gonna let you do what you do for like that little week. See how you see how you operate, how you think you're supposed to operate, right? And I do that now because, like, the best way I've heard it described is Monique talking about her husband. When she said, I goddamn right I call him daddy and he called me mama. Because that nigga's raising me.
She don't shave her legs or nothing like that, though.
If he like it, I love it.
Nigga,
shit make him happy. I don't give a fuck.
I'm on some old school shit. I like hair on a woman's legs. I fell in love with Miss Neely in my 4th grade class because she had a ghetto booty and she was chocolate brown and fine, and she wore stockings, and she had hair under them stockings, nigga. I don't give a damn what nobody say. I've been marked. So if that's my point is, brother, if that's his thing, that's his thing. That's his woman.
But that's his wife. So
I can't judge
like
that.
Yeah, but I'm saying the point that she was making was that nigga's raising, that man is raising me. Y'all don't know. If y'all seen her last special, she basically break down like, y'all don't know what the fuck I come from.
Right.
To the point where I'm in a relationship where I acknowledge a man that's doing what he's doing to better me, because he see better in me. He trying to bring the better out. So this nigga is raising me. That's why I call him daddy, no matter who is present.
No,
and he
fact,
calls me mom.
Bruce, because that's how, I don't care what nobody say. I see it as bride and groom. I am groom. I am to groom you. That's how I've always saw it. Like, I am to groom my lady and to be better or to improve or to adjust, whatever you want to call it, right? Like, so I wouldn't say, I don't want my wife calling me daddy. That's, but like you said, to each his own, right? That's okay. But yeah, that's what you're supposed to do as a husband. You're supposed to teach your wife stuff. You're supposed to help her grow and develop and adjust and all of that stuff. So yeah, I agree with that, but like that, not the daddy thing though. But
So like to me, it's like this. I had a partner, like every girl you get with, unless you her like third, just assume she sucked the dick already. So when she sucked your dick, is she using your pattern or the last nigga pattern? You ever had to teach a woman how to suck your dick? Like, it's
you. Hey, okay, Bruce. I know what you mean. Like, okay, so you ever like, okay, you been fuck with a bitch, right? You fuck with her, and then y'all stop talking, and then you fuck with her again, and she don't fuck the same.
Yeah, she
like her rhythm's off.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I mean, I ain't never did it before, but I know what you're talking about. I
know.
heard the conversation enough.
Her rhythm's off.
When you get a woman in sync with you, you can tell. I can tell in conversation when a woman is in sync with another man.
Bam. You.
I can tell. I can hear another man's words come out. I can hear wisdom that was not there the last time we spoke.
Of his wisdom, but you didn't say.
I know your. I know your
speech pattern.
I know your. Thank you. I know you. Thank you. I know your speech patterns. I know your lane. I know your taste in music. I know your colloquialisms. And when I hear any of those change, and when they change in a particular order that I can pull out, singularize, and see a man. If I hear you talk long enough, I can describe the man you got that from.
Woo. Hey, Jeff. She used to drink vodka. Now she's drinking whiskey sour.
Bruh.
I don't give a fuck what it is. I know some foreign shit up in here. I don't fuck if it's your mama, your auntie, your sister, this other nigga, the bus driver, the motherfucking mailman. It don't matter to me. What the fuck you been doing? And to me, this how good I've always been this good. I don't even care what you doing. We got 3 options once I figure this shit out. You can tell me, we can talk about it. You can leave right goddamn now, or you can let me find out. But I
guess first two.
That's always the better option. But that's always been the thing. I've never fucked with nobody I didn't know. I know you. If I didn't made you in some type of important, I know you. So don't. All right, I'm so good with it where I know you so good. I didn't got a girl on the phone. I put an ex on the phone while I was at dinner with the current girl, and had the ex tell her. I was like, yeah, I'm at dinner right now. She's like, oh, you at dinner? Yeah, I'm on a kind of not a date, but like a reconciliation situation. She was like, oh, okay. I said, yeah. She's telling me she's not lying. And she just took a breath. The ex just took a breath and was like, wow. Can you let her know something about me real quick? Because I don't know why she think like this is my first go around with this here bullshit. The girl got the girl on the phone. She was like, girl, just tell him. Tell him or get up. Just tell him or get up. There's no reason to keep on acting like you innocent or acting like you didn't do. If he's saying he know, either he knows enough to know he know you lying, or he just wants you should just get up and leave if you're not gonna do it. Because he knows. I don't even know what you did. Don't know you, don't know your name, don't really give a fuck about what you did. I'm just letting you know he know.
So what happened?
Well, it's a crossroads because now you got to deal with it. And that's why when you ask about finding your mate, it's consequences to fuck with me. You got to change. You know, ain't nobody coming in here perfect, right? Nobody's coming in here perfect. There's some shit I'm gonna do that you gonna have to tune the fuck up, right?
But everybody better come in here trying.
Every goddamn right. So when you fuck up, that's what I was saying when you was gone. When you fuck up, when you stop getting in relationships without patterns to get to a new place after the fuck up. That's what I said when you was gone. Long story short, I just basically said people getting into relationships where after the fuck up happens, whoever it is, y'all, the conversation is always trying to get back to the first part where we loved each other at the beginning. That's over with. That twinkle in the eye is gone. Now you can get a new twinkle, but you will have to
We just burnt that first one out. We can light another match.
Yeah, but you can always light another match. So, but you got to figure out the path that to get there, and not enough of us do that. So, I was saying that to say that, like, I've always been be with somebody that want to be with you through your bullshit, because it's going to manifest. No, you're going to. Oh, so that's no. Actually, this is what I was saying. When a girl doesn't know how to get dress herself, is that something you want to deal with? Because you're going to have to raise that up out of her. There's a level of bullshit everybody's going to come with, and you need to know the level of bullshit you willing to tolerate or raise, because that's what's going on here. If she don't know already, she don't know. Maybe she don't. It's the difference between maybe she don't know and she's not going to do, but that's a challenge that you have to figure out if that's something you want to deal with.
I have to address this to you then, Brother Bruce. What would she need to do to display, to show to you that she was worth that effort?
I mean, it couldn't be how you get. I mean, it's hard for me to say anything in appearance, because one thing I do know is relationships are car crashes. They're for the most part, every girl you done been in a relationship with, it was an accident. The shit I say all the time just happened to work on you. And I don't go to the store that day, I don't see you. I don't, I'm not out of town, I don't see you. If I chose not to spoke to you, it wouldn't have happened. So it's always with us. I got to be attracted to what I'm seeing. I'm not attracted to a lot of shit. So you got to be put together. You got to be put together in such a way that like, I hate, like, with women, the most common thing that bugs me is when I see a girl that clothes don't fit her. I don't fuck what shape you is. They got something for you.
Come on.
So you ain't spent enough time with you and the store to figure out what the fuck you need to do to get dressed.
Yes. When women wear clothing that does not flatter them, they are letting you know that they can't be honest even with themselves.
Boom!
Let me say that again.
Yeah, one more time.
When women wear clothes that obviously do not fit them, they are letting you know that they can't be honest even with themselves. You can't stand in the mirror and go, I need to wear a size 18 sundress with some cute flats and pedicured toes, with my hair however it favors my head or face naturally. And that's my best look. If you can't do that, then how can I trust you to look at you when I show you some other shit about you? Where do I garner that trust from? Because you can't even stand in the mirror and be honest.
Hey, but this goes back to what I said earlier. Like, this is the thing. Since they were 14, 16 years old, dudes been hollering at them, telling them they're beautiful, they're pretty, this is that. And they've gained weight and dudes still hitting on them. They've gained more weight and dudes still hitting on them. They gained more weight and wore the same outfit and dudes still hitting on them. So what makes you think that they can see reality when they're getting the same results they were getting their whole life?
That's why I don't deal with it. That's why the first presentation, when I see you, I've told a girl that was attractive, I can't talk to you today. Straight like that. You look crazy. You look like I can't, you're not presentable to me. Meet me here in about tomorrow at around this time. I'll holler, but I can't, you attractive. I can tell you are, but you look like you going to Walmart right now, and I can't have that. I can't have it. So, and she looked at me and she was like, okay. But I does it like I was with my nephew. I told the story a little while ago. We was out and the girl was sitting there looking and he looking like get on her. And I had to tell him, I said, now, would you let your girlfriend come around looking like that? She was cute, but she had a lot of skin showing and shit, and a lot of cleavage out and shit, and weave and shit. You need a lot of attention. That's what I saw. You need too much attention for me. But I asked him, would you bring your girl around looking like that? He was like, no. I said, what the fuck I look like hollering at her looking like that then? If that's cool with her, that's cool. Let that be cool with her. Somebody else gonna take it down. That's her business. I'm not in that line of business where I need a girl that need that much attention. I'm cool. I'm cool.
Okay. No, okay. But it's that whole the social media changed the game. It just did, because you see girls who are, so you got an LA 4, right? It's a dude in Kentucky that follows her on Instagram. In Kentucky, she's like an 8.
Yeah.
So they all thinking they fine, bro.
Yeah. There's no less. That's why I said the presentation makes it worth it or not right then. I'm evaluating everything I need to know right. I need to know this shit right now. Like, I don't need to know later, because I know there's no lesson for you when I tell you no. The lesson is for me to tell you no. It ain't for her, because she gonna get talked to the day she die if she take care of her body, right? And there's a 400-pound bitch with green eyes that's gonna holler at the same bro that's 150 pounds. They don't care. There's always gonna be nothing ass niggas, like there's always gonna be nothing ass bitches. That's not the thing that drives me at all anymore. That's why, like I said, if you can't dress you, that's not a problem I'm willing to even deal with. We're never gonna get past that part.
Wait, Bruce, how old are you?
34.
34, and you're not married?
Nope, never been.
See, it's different now. It ain't like it was like when Jeff was 34. It was a good thing. Now if you're 34 now single, it's totally different, because
it's awesome. This shit awesome, man.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you, if you 58 and single, God bless you. I would not, man.
But
I mean
that,
no, Bruce. I mean,
Bruce,
I mean that as in, like, you're not. It's much harder to find a quality woman because all of them think they're the shit.
Nah,
Jeff, the ones that are the shit, they know they're the shit, and even if they're like, even the ones who are like, yeah, you a little bit the shit, like their egos are so high, they overvalue. Everybody's over. It's like the housing prices in California right now. Everything's fucking overvalued, especially with these women.
Yeah, go get a passport, bro.
Oh, I would never.
Why?
I would never take that option.
Why?
Absolutely not. It's because it's nothing about. It's about culture.
Okay.
Culture
we don't have thing.
Okay. Well, wait. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's get into that, brother. Let's get into that. Number one, there are no right or wrong answers here.
Right.
There's agreement and disagreement.
Right.
I'm going to. Do you have a passport, Youngblood? And do you have access to? Okay.
No, I don't.
Okay. Do you have access to it? Can you get one?
Yeah, I can. I never. Where did I go? I'm in California. I've only been in New York and
Okay. What part of California are you in?
I'm in the LA area.
Oh, bro. Okay. Well, please listen to me. Before you die, make your way to somewhere in South America. Go to Brazil. Go to Belize. Go to the Honduras. Go to the DR, because here's what you're going to see. Here's what you're going to see, brother. You're going to see your people, the same people that are related to the small number of us who came here in ships. Millions more of them were dropped off in South America because the boats couldn't make it here. The current was too strong.
Facts.
So there was so much more of us. So you're not betraying a culture. You're seeing a preserved. What you're saying to me is I will never leave this store with the Snickers with the recipe now to go to these little stores where you telling me they got the recipes from 1975, Jeff. I don't want the original recipes. I like the food with the chemicals and shit it's got in it now, Jeff. Are you trying to tell me there's a place where I can get a salad made with vegetables from 1975?
Yeah.
I'm telling you that, young blood, that there is a place. This is what I keep saying to brothers.
Okay, I got one. I'm sorry. They were sitting right.
Say again?
Oh no, I was talking to my wife. I kept asking to give me a toothpick, and I was sitting right next to me.
Okay, I am now. And again, I didn't know you were married. What? And again, and also again, my wife is black. But what I'm explaining to you is that the culture we have here is GMO. There are places where you can go get organic people of the sun culture. And the dirty 4-letter word that I can tell you personally, that women in Spain, women in Brazil, women in Portugal, women in Italy, women in Turkey. These are places I have been, brother. Women in Dubai, women in Jordan, women in Africa. Brother, the dirty 4-letter word they have on women here is nice.
Oh, yeah.
They nice. They just nice. They
You
not
said women in America are nice?
No. Women in Brazil are nice. Women in
I-
all them countries that I mentioned that I have stepped foot in.
Yeah, Jeff, let me tell you. I worked at LAX I'm an electrician, right, by trade.
Hey.
Yeah, and I worked there for 4 years, and I'm gonna tell you what, some of the most beautiful, feminine looking women came from South America. Because I worked at the international terminal at Tom Bradley. So I used to see them coming in, and some of those beautiful women are from Colombia, from what I'm seeing,
brother.
Yeah, but my wife is Mexican. She's born in Mexico.
Okay. Well, again, I have I do jokes about it on stage. I'm gonna have to have you come out, man, sometime when I'm doing some shows here.
Yeah, dude. Tell me when, because I'm local, dude. Well, we talked about this. You said you're in Pasadena, right?
Yeah.
I remember I told you I used to live in San Dimas and I moved out to Fontana.
Exactly. I lived in Laverne for a minute. I had a house right off the right there where you get off the freeway where the 76 gas station is, right around the corner from there on Foothill. But at any rate,
okay, I know what you're talking about.
At any rate, what
you gonna go out of the country? I mean, not you, because you married, but
you're married.
I tell motherfuckers like this: you're Clark Kent over here. You go fuck around and go somewhere and find out you Superman. Keep on fucking around. Just go fuck around a little bit. Go fuck around a little bit.
See, the thing about LA, the thing about LA area is there's a lot of foreign women that come here.
Yeah, but they here. Who the fuck wants like you? Who the fuck want you here? You already here.
I don't know what you want to. So you're gonna go to. You know, one of my favorite shows me and my wife watches 90 Day Fiance the other way. Because that seems way more legitimate than some bitch who lives in a hut coming over here. But I'm not trying to go over to no place and live in no hut.
No, well, none of the places I mentioned had huts.
Right. but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Like they're not. I'm sorry. Their infrastructure and all of that is just nowhere near what America is.
Okay, and I challenge you to go to Johannesburg. I challenge you to go to Ghana. Brother, come on now.
See, but we're talking about South America. I mean, like you're talking about South America. South America.
I challenge you, brother. Go to Belize.
Yeah.
Go to Belize.
Everywhere. It's everywhere. Everywhere ain't the city. There's cities, but there are cities everywhere. So
ask your wife about Mexico City.
For real.
Mexico City is the shit.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not okay. Look, I'm only going off what you said. Like in South America, I mean South America, you can't even compare that to the infrastructure.
I mean, there's places in
No,
Africa.
no.
If you want to go, if you go to Tanzania, there's 3 places. There's 3 major
We're
airports in
jumping
Tanzania.
around. We're
3
just, no,
major cities.
see, look, I'm arguing what he said earlier was in South America. I don't. We could.
Okay, let's go back to South America because
Yeah.
here's me thinking like you, and you were in the Navy, yeah?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No.
No. Okay, somebody else was an electrician in the Navy. I was an avionics technician and an aircraft electrician in the Marines.
Mm.
With
That's what my brother does.
with what you know about power, neutral, ground, half hots, running junction boxes, brother, you can take that and put yourself on the edge of a developed city in another country and clean the fuck up.
Jeff, okay, Jeff. So I'm a like, I just gotta say it as honest as possible. I'm a very high level industrial electrician. That's what I do, right?
And what do you think I was discussing, sir?
Right. That's so I thought about going to like Puerto Rico during the when they had that hurricane.
Okay.
That's what everybody was saying. They were cleaning up doing that. I was like, man, I should go. So I have I still work, right?
Yeah.
And I got my own company also as a side thing.
Excellent.
It's like fully state licensed contractor, right?
Okay.
And I'm trying to find my way.
Well, brother, I have some fantastic news for you.
Mm.
You as a licensed contractor have made yourself recession and apocalypse proof.
Mm.
I don't give a shit what they trade money in. If they want to see at night, they're going to trade it with you. Brother,
yeah.
You have a valued commodity, which is your abilities and your knowledge. This is what I'm telling you. When you say, I don't want to live in a hut, this is what I hear as an entrepreneur. And I'm just shooting this across your bow, brother.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing I would think of is what is the safest developing country outside of this one that could use an industrial contractor like myself.
Right.
And you about to clean up, bro.
I had a boy that went to the Middle East like 2010. And he came back with like, because it's like the first 90 grand was like untaxed or something like that.
Yeah.
And then he came back after a few years with like 400,000, opened up his own shop, and now he has a shop in Orange County.
That's exactly how you do it, brother. That formula is old. That formula right there. Go work out of the country for X number of dollars a year, untaxed, and depending upon the job, all of it untaxed. It depends upon, now with them jobs, your ass is on the fucking line. But the whole point is this.
Yeah.
Is that, and this may be just the point of you showing up tonight, is that I think you need to start looking at you a little bit different, young blood.
What do you mean?
I mean,
think outside the state.
You got to, brother. Number one, when you think hut won't fan the fly away from their face, alligator, lion, a starvation. When you think that about Africa, you are thinking entirely from a position of force-fed propaganda. Brother, Africa is a continent made up of 56 different countries.
No, I don't want to get. I never said that about Africa. I know Africa gets no credit that they deserve. Yeah. There's Africa's one of the biggest booming places, and no one talks about it.
Right. Now I know what you're saying is that South America got some of the most. You can get Aztec primitive in South America. There's some places in South America where these people here have never seen a cell phone.
Right.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
But there are also places in South America that rival technology of anywhere else. So my point is for dudes like you, single men like you, number one,
I'm single. He married.
yes, but yes, single men, but with the credentials of either of you. Number one, I don't sell monogamy at all. For what? For what? Monogamy is for families, and you guys don't need to be making those. You need to be making villages. You need to be making of a JJ TP, totem pole, of a JJ totem pole. And you cannot get on this totem pole and stack up, ladies, unless you are contributing to the upward direction of the totem pole.
I want to talk to you about this one day, Jeff. I want to one day, like me and you, just one-on-one, just like, and I want to say everything. I have I've been married for 5 years, right?
My man, congratulations.
The first 2 years were the hardest. I don't know if it's because it's the first 2 years or because it was during COVID.
Okay.
When I was serious, Jeff. I'm seriously driving down the street. I see the fucking Mexican lady selling oranges, and I'll be like, I got to have that. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, I don't know if it's because of COVID or what. Like, but after that, like, I see what I don't want to get too off topic. We could do maybe another time.
Okay.
It'll go
No,
down
you
the
were
route.
probably adjusting to the lockdown that you was in.
It could have been that, but now I see women as when I see a woman. If I see a fine woman, now I look at her instead of like I want to fuck. I look at her as like that's $300,000 a year that I can make off her. I see it totally different now. Ever since I started doing business stuff, I see women totally different.
Well, that's the evolution one of your mind because of the time we are in. I say this to you, especially the young brothers. You can fuck the girl that is a director at a bank the same way you can fuck a girl that works at Hot Dog on the Stick.
Hey, that's Patrice O'Neal. Halle Berry and the bitch who work McDonald's got the same pussy.
Yes, like the same one.
Believe that. That's a fact.
So what you have to do is, as the commodity young gentleman, you've heard me say this over and over, you're not getting pussy, you giving out dick.
Wow.
You decide, okay, I need an accountant. So I'm not fucking until I run across an accountant. And I'm going to save all this energy for that accountant. And I'm going to wear her. I'm going to baby calf this accountant. Okay? I don't know if you're familiar with the baby calf, but that's where you put it on her when she get up to go to the bathroom. She walk like a baby calf. I'm going to put a baby calf in on this accountant.
Yeah.
Now, with the understanding before we ever get naked, that our relationship sexually is open because I don't own you. You just have to be able to benefit me outside of the bed, and I you. And we happen to be on this sexual exchange that I will be on with at least 2 more women that will benefit what we are doing, and they'll benefit you.
Woof.
Can you deal with that? Those kind of women that can deal with each other are on supernatural power, and that's all you're looking for. Anything beneath that, don't even be fucking with it. Get them in. If you this bad a nigga, these are the niggas that's gonna thrive. If you can get that in your orbit, now you dealing with something. And then, well, if you can fuck people, then what can I do? You can fuck a man if you want to. You just can't fuck bums.
Jeff. Okay,
just tell them they can't fuck bums and see what happens. Jeff, it's a whole different energy. Go ahead.
See that, you know, I got hella respect for you. But that's like really what you said right now sounds like a pimp hoe relationship.
You mean the relationship that that Solomon had with his wives and David with his? I
You ain't
don't
supposed to have a wife that's
follow.
not doing nothing.
Yeah.
Like, what is the point? Like, because then it's just about fucking. Like, to me, I mean, we agree on 98% of everything he just said, except for that last part. But
yeah, go ahead.
You know, I believe like this. Like, I'm gonna teach my sons: if you ain't got no place for this woman, why are you fucking with her? Because it seemed like you just wasting both of y'all time. Like, to be married in the first place, she got to have a place. Because a woman with no duty is like a man with no duty. Eventually, you're gonna find something to do that's against the house.
But
You
yeah,
gotta have something to do. Now, if you're building and you thinking in kingdom terms, I just did this math with a room full of women, and I had to explain to them that there's more than just your job that requires us to raise a family if we thinking in kingdom. And now, if we thinking on some regular shit, then you can go to work, I can go to work, and the state can raise the kids. That's not my plan, though.
Yeah, I kind of no, I hear you, but I don't want to get too far off of. See, but you did make one point, which I did hear you say, which is saying that like the other women will also be benefiting us, right, Jeff?
Yes. Do you need look here, banker? Are you looking for another accountant to bounce against your accountant?
That's right, so.
Well, why don't y'all do each other hair and work that shit out?
Yeah, because sometimes your bro just need a fucking friend.
Y'all, yeah.
You be talking to me about every goddamn thing.
Right. No, I understand that. The thing is, like, I've heard the points of view from both different sides, but I like to hear them from different people because instead of like, I'm a man, I get bitches, I get to do whatever I want, but like a reasonable what do you call it? Reasonable
explanation of
watch this.
Okay, let me break.
This.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I can do this real easy.
Sure.
You an electrician, right? You run a business. Would it be benefit? Do your wife do accounting? The one you have right now.
She does a lot of my schedule. Man, I make her do everything.
Okay. Do y'all got kids? Do y'all got kids?
We got 2 kids.
Okay. So y'all making time, right? Now, would it be more helpful if you had a wife that just raised the kids and she could just focus on the business and let you, and then you ain't got to focus on either one of those?
On
you
either one of what?
On your job? Would that be more beneficial?
To focus on what? I'm sorry, I missed that part.
So if you had a woman, you had another wife that just focused on the household, not the business.
Oh, look, hey, Bruce, I'm not going to look.
No, I'm just asking straight. I'm
gonna tell you what. I love my wife because I can say whatever I want, however I want. I tell her straight up, I wish we had at least one more woman in the house to run this, and it would be fucking gold. If we had one more woman in here, I tell her that all the time. If I had one more woman in here, I ain't even got to fuck her, but if there's one more woman to run the household, nigga, this shit would be like a well-oiled fucking machine.
Okay, I need you to stop right there.
Mm-hmm.
Young man, what you have just described is the future, and that's not a family. That's a village. Where you have a woman, imagine, young blood.
Mm-hmm.
You are with other men. The shit hits the fan. You're here in the LA area. Bruce is where he is. Maybe when the shit hits the fan, he happens to be down here. The 3 of us know each other.
Mm-hmm.
I know my dudes I run with. You would come in, both of you, with the dudes I run in, and we would all get in where we fit in. Counsel, defense, everything. Everybody throw their toys in the middle. Right. And can't nobody come to this table with no toys.
Popping with rope.
This is the real talk table. This is, if you ain't got toys, you are you an electrician? What do you bring? What do you bring here? What do you know? What can we use as men to provide shelter for the women and children that we love, that we already have, who will be being taught by all of us in the areas we know best. We will hold class with them, and they will have tests from us. In that, any woman we bring in, bro, you can bet it's a woman that's going to be out there running from something. Young blood that's going to go, look here, I can sew. Okay, look, that you are now, once we get this woman vetted and make sure she ain't running from the HAs.
What's the HAs?
The smells triangles, the motorcycle association.
Oh, got you.
Yeah. Make sure she ain't running from somebody in particular.
She ain't a rutabaga.
Right. She ain't on no rutabaga shit.
Right.
Then you are doing her bidding. When her car breaks down, she comes to you. But you and her and your wife are cool as a fan.
Hey, Bruce, you heard me earlier. I had to change the tire.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. In that situation, brother, that's the situation of the future.
Right. I hear you.
That's where we're going. There's no like looking outside, I see it. And as far as me discussing a polyandrous or polygamous relationship, nigga, I'm out the game. I'm the wise man. I'm 58. Okay.
Right.
It's me and my wife. Now, do I see myself over other women that I'm not fucking? I've already done that.
Right.
I've already caught and released them in our relationship where it's women that have been under my counsel. So that's me. But that's me in the aftermath of the social bullshit of the 20th century. You gentlemen are in the 21st. And I would tell you not to even start your foundation on that monogamy bullshit. Don't even start there.
But why?
Start with why? Because it's okay.
Because you owe it to you. That's
Whoa.
okay.
I'm gonna let you run. I'm gonna let you run, Bruce. Let me run you down this historical road real quick, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and stop me if you've heard this before. Back in the day when you heard of it, whose refrigerator is that running?
That's not me.
Oh, that's my I got my foot things on.
Okay, well, nigga, take your foot things off.
Well, man, it's making this. I didn't know you can hear that. Let me mute.
Yeah, we can hear that shit.
We hear it, nigga. Sound like
you with his hand, like what
right? Yeah.
It's my feet compression thing.
I'm press your foot.
Okay. Well, mute yourself while I'm talking. Back in the day, I'm sure you've heard the King of England, the King of Scotland, the King of Ireland. Well, these kings, and this is where the word family comes from the Latin word famulus, which means group of workers. What these kings would do is they would be kings over all this land they surveyed. Miles and hundreds of miles of it. But nigga, they wasn't finna shoe no horses or milk no cows or none of that shit or chop no wood. Fuck all that. They had landlords and house bonds who were under the dukes and earls and such of the land to run the land. These were lower men who were tradesmen. Those men were called house bonds, which is where the word husband comes from. Those men needed help, goddammit. So what would they do? They would take off your hands, your daughter, if she was pretty and you had enough cows or pigs or whatever as a dowry, to take this burden of a woman who was weaker and all she could do is make kids. And they died a lot. because there was a lot of disease and we didn't know much and we didn't live long anyway. Women did not have much value back then. So take her. And when you make some kids, all of you will work that land and you will be the lord over that land for the king, which is where the word landlord comes from. None of that has anything to do with you as a black man, your wife as a Mexican woman, or your children. That is not their lineage. Your children come purely and directly from the people of the sun. Villages. In a village, shit don't go that way, bruh. That's why when I was young, you could get your ass whooped 4 times on the way home for the same offense because the village was raising you. That is where we come from. Hold on, brother. This family is a taxable unit. I can tax your unit because you and them 2 kids and your wife live there. I can expect this much commerce from that area. Brother, how can I tax you if me, you, Bruce, Black Sparta, Jonathan, and Rogish all go out and work together and hunt together and bring our commerce into our village together? You can't tax that. How can you control if my children are not learning about electricity from some school? They learning about it from young blood and the dudes he know that he brings in to teach the children that are in this village that are inclined that way. This is how we're going to discover time travel amongst us. And what do you think you're looking at when you drive through Koreatown, young blood? What I just described to you. You can't read shit on them walls because they teach their children. Go over into Glendale, bruh. Drive down certain streets. Everything's in Armenian. You can't read shit over there.
They're taking over.
And I'm gonna tell you what else they taking. Control of their own narratives with their own children. So you're not gonna get there with a family. You're gonna have to get there with villages. This is why I'm happy the family is being destroyed. The black family, I'm so glad it's being destroyed. I'm so glad it's in disarray because what's going to come out of it is the villages. What's going to come out of it is that woman you talking about that can make your life easier and teach your kids something that your wife don't know and that you don't know. And you ain't trying to fuck her. And guess what? When she get ready to start fucking, she has to okay who it is she fucked by you and the men that are around you. They got to okay this dude. You can't just be bringing no bum up in this circle.
Okay, Jeff, you hitting a lot of points. I don't want to miss anything. That's why I don't want to. I hate to cut you off.
Okay,
but that part right there was like, okay, you've been seeing. I don't know if you've been keeping up with what's happening with Destiny right now.
Who?
Destiny?
Yeah. No, I can promise you I haven't.
Okay,
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay, Destiny is he's like a dude who he's like a streamer, right? He'd be streaming video games. So, but he's smart though, and he's been in the spaces, right? But he and his chick had an open relationship, and he was saying it like, "Oh, it's okay, everything's working out." And now she's leaving him for another dude who don't like open relationships.
Okay,
even though she said that's all she likes.
Well, that's because the thing was, and I got some bad news for Destiny, young man. Number one, the person that loves you the best, the person that loves you the most probably doesn't fuck you the best. That's just the way it is.
That's a fact.
Somebody in your past, Destiny, I don't know how old you are, young man, but you will have this. There will be a girl whose dick you broke her down. You stood up and did a victory lap around the bed as she quivered. And you won't give a fuck about her. There will also be a woman who makes you see dead relatives is so good. And she won't give a fuck about you. And it sounds like that's who you ran into. Is that this girl who loved you enough but fucked the shit out of you, gave you that lesson. And guess who she ran into? Somebody that's hitting her cooking switch. There's a place
Jeff,
you wasn't getting to, bro.
Jeff, let me add more context. I'm sorry. He met this girl. He went to go visit one of his subscribers, and it was one of his subscribers' girlfriend that he took from him.
Oh.
He started dating her, married her, and then now she's getting taken from him by some scrawny.
Oh, well, then you should have said that in the first place. Okay.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, there is absolutely, you on some other shit now. You on some integrity shit now. If you wind up with your mate through cheating, what you gonna say when they cheat on you?
Or taking her? You took her from
that's not even possible.
They were in an open relationship, but like, so they were both seeing other people, and he like dudes too. So,
man,
but now
get the fuck off the line with this here bullshit. I don't know what the fuck you talking about now.
Yeah,
it's a crazy. It's kind of crazy.
Destiny, living his destiny, then shit. I don't know.
Yeah, because he was hitting a lot of the streams, like professing his open relationship shit, like it's all good and everything's good. And then like months later, now she like want to be with some other dude and she divorced him. It's a whole.
Listen, if you ever been that dude, you understand that shit can't happen. So I don't know what the fuck Unc be talking about when he said that last part. He said that's why I say I agree with 98% of what he be talking about.
What don't you agree with, young man?
That not that last part. You know I don't agree with that last part.
What did I say? Whoa, no, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, if you gonna be here and be married into here and think you gonna be outside fucking and that's you good. You can keep that. You can keep that bitch.
No, he said. Unc said you can't fuck no bums.
I don't give a fuck who you fucking. If you fucking, see, here's the thing. You know how you get women, right? You know how you keep women. Conversation rules everything first, and then fuck it, right? If she has the urge and the spare energy to go fuck, then she has the urge to be gone. That don't last like that.
Okay, well then we're talking about
if a bitch got some spare energy like that, then she gone.
We're talking about two different lifestyles, and I offered them both.
Oh, okay.
For me, as a single man, were I single at 58, I would not demand monogamy from a woman. I wouldn't. And I tell you why. Because the women, brother, if you go downtown during the week of any major city and throw up a water balloon, you're going to wet the pantyhose of 5 women that fit the following description. Over 40. No, over 45. Well paid. No kids. Alone.
That bitch batshit crazy. Yeah.
Okay.
Batshit crazy.
Right. No, let him land it because
okay, yes. Let's talk about this. Let's take the batshit crazy one. Okay. What is she batshit crazy on? What is she well,
like you say, there's no lessons. So,
well, here's what I'm discussing. I'm gonna try to weed out batshit crazy before we ever get to fucking. I'm gonna try. Sometimes it slips by me, but I'm really gonna try. What I'm looking for that I know is out there, were I you, is 3 women who can work with each other and deal with the fact that they all fuck me. I can find them, and I'm on that. That's what I would be on. Were I a single? I tell you what, I wouldn't be on. Trading my monogamy in at 60-something years old. Are you out of your mind? For what? What we finna do? Make some kids? We finna
Okay,
drop
we
the
talking
kids
about
off?
two different things. All right. We talking
Yeah,
about
we
two
talking
different
about
things.
two
All right.
different animals, bro.
Okay. All right. You was talking about you when you say that. All right. All right.
Yeah, I'm talking about. I would not. I ain't trying to tie you down.
Jeff, but see, I hear you and all that, but like, if you got $100,000 check today, would you spend it all?
Who, me?
Yeah.
That's an unfair question because the answer is yes, but it would be on something that makes a whole bunch of sense to spend it on. So
Right. So right. What you said. So why does it make sense to fuck some bitch who ain't got nothing to do with any of making you anything better?
That's what he said. Don't do that.
Don't.
That's exactly what he said.
So what you're saying is like, I'm not gonna be So you're gonna be dating other women to get to know them?
Who,
No, he
me?
said he's 60.
Yeah.
He said I'm
Yeah.
not
me.
60.
Yes, Jeff.
Okay, yes. Okay, here we go. Let me give you some early 80s pimp game. Okay. You take your calendar, right? Hey, January. I'll meet a girl the first week of January. I met her Friday, January 5th. Okay. Next week, I met a girl January 11th. Next girl, I met the 25th. Girl number one, I'm going to meet. And because I'm really on my game, I only have so much time. I'm going to take girl number one out on week number 2. And girl number 2 out on week number 3. And those will be the only dates I go out on. And they will be 2 dates, and I will not spend very much money at all. I don't believe in that. And I will show that girl a good time, and I will find out if she is, in fact, the type of girl that could be in my orbit. I'm going to go out with girl number 3 from week number 5 in the first week of February. By the second week of February, I'm going to be dealing with girl number 1 on a more intimate basis if she has passed all the bases and she's been out on a couple of dates with me and I find her to be interesting, grounded, intelligent, earthy, takes care of herself, has a sense of history. I can pick up all of that with a picnic basket under a fucking tree in 30 minutes. So I got that from her. By March, I got 1 girl a week I'm dealing with that understands that I deal with other women that I'm having sex with, that I have actually aligned their periods up with when I want to have sex. I'm not going to even fuck with girl number 3 this week. I'm going to drop her off some chocolate, but I'm not going to fuck with her because we don't do that. She crazy. She knows how she is right now. So I'm going to send her that. And I'll be with girl number 2, and she's going to know that I'm with somebody else when I'm not with her. It's women that roll like that.
Right.
You just got to be dude enough to be able to deal with them on a level like that.
No, like Jeff, I'm just playing devil's advocate because I know what you're talking about. And it is women that are totally down with that. Like there's more women than dudes would understand. If you're that guy, it'd be 3-4 of them who will be okay with that situation.
You just got to step up and be that dude.
But you have to be him every day. And most dudes are like only him for like 15 minutes. But if you're that guy every day, there's 3-4 women who will be down with that program.
Yeah, like sounds good. But...
Like and they have totally good self-esteem, all of that.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, like, I was talking to I forgot who I was talking to today. I had a lot of phone calls. Anyway, but I was talking to someone. I'm like, man, you know what, dude? Like, as I'm looking at these panels we have, the panels are popping up everywhere, right? Mm-hmm. I'm like, dude, like if I have to do some math, dude, like 90% of these dudes have like no self-esteem, no self-confidence, like
right,
deep on the side. And if you're that guy who does, you're crushing it right now. you're crushing it. You can tell a bitch, shut the fuck up, get over here, get me a sandwich, all of that. You don't have to be all it like you could, but if you're that guy.
Okay, yeah, you could. But let me step in there and throw a flag on the play.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm that guy, I'm not within 50 feet of a woman that I have to tell to shut the fuck up.
This is true.
Them kind of women is not in my orbit. I don't have to pound my chest like that. Because
Right.
I have selected these women that I can tell you they are out there. I can tell you where to find them. I keep telling niggas where to go. I mean, not for you. You're a married man. I'm a married man. I'm observing on the hill, looking down into this nasty valley, that there are some women who are trying to separate themselves, and you need to go that way. In my opinion, young men who are looking for women, go towards the women who are making the conscious effort to separate themselves from the scallywags and hyenas and rutabagas.
Mm-hmm.
You know what, Jeff? Have you seen that clip that's been going around? Well, at least for me lately, I've been seeing it of TK Kirkland. He said, "Any woman who will bring violence out of you, run." Have y'all seen that clip?
I have not. Shout out to TK Kirkland, who started me in stand-up.
Well, how does he start everybody,
bro? Because he did. Because he did. Because here, I'll tell you how. On the West Coast, in 1988, 1989, at a little club called Miss Wiz in Long Beach, bro.
I used to live in Long Beach.
This would be the lineup.
Where was it in Long Beach? Do you know where it is?
Miss Wiz. I can't remember. I'd have to ask DL.
Downtown or Belmont Shore?
I don't think it was downtown. It was over in the hood.
Okay. East side.
This would be the lineup. Mark Curry, Lewis Dix, DL Hughley, Jeff Brown, headliner Robin Harris, hosted by TK Kirkland.
Really?
That's one show.
And I can give you got put on by him, bro. That's
TK,
crazy,
bro. I got to get, bro. I can't front.
So
TK
wait. So
put us all on, bro.
Wait, Mark Curry is Mr. Cooper, right?
Yeah.
Yo, I saw Cat Williams at what's the place in downtown? Not the Staples Center, the one next to it. The Nokia, is that what it's called?
I think so.
Yeah. And he opened up for Cat Williams. Hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
He is hilarious on the stand-up.
Who again?
Curry.
Oh, Mark. Oh,
yeah,
bruh. Mark Curry. Okay, let me tell you something else. Mark Curry been a beast.
Really? Oh,
my God. I tell you what, brother. I tell you what. I dare you. Bring up Mark Curry. You know what? I don't care.
I saw him live and I couldn't believe how funny he was.
Okay.
But the funnier thing is like the funniest comedian I ever seen, because I used to go to the Improv because in downtown Long Beach they got the comedy club. Yeah. I used to take chicks there on Tuesday, Wednesday nights. The funniest person I ever seen in my life was in Irvine, and it was D.L. Hughley. I almost threw up. I was laughing so hard. I'd never seen anybody that funny in person. It's different in person than on TV. That's what he was doing that joke about Lamar Odom when he was talking about when he was in that coma.
Okay, and, I'm gonna stop you there because I can't stand the fact that this asshole is going to see this and hear that from you. I write for DL, and many people tell me that, and as much as I hate to say it, it is well deserved. The motherfucker is hilarious. He gets on my fucking nerves, and I need him to see me interrupt a compliment that was aimed at him. This is how I'm going to edit it. I will not have that on my show,
dude. But I've seen so I used to. I'm telling you, Jeff. I've probably been to. That was my thing when I was dating back in the day. Because I live in Long Beach, I just go Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night whenever she was free. I could take a chick to the comedy show. It was like $20, $30. We sit right in the front row, and we got to, because even the unknown comics are still funny. You know what I mean? It's on a joke. So and then improv. What's the other one? Not the improv. The comedy, not the comedy club. Improv and the
Comedy Store.
Laugh Factory. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Stop there. Now I'm gonna share something. Tell me, have you ever seen this before?
Oh yeah, I know what this is. Yeah. Or you know, push get fucked.
Boy, you should have thought about that when you was exceeding the speed limit. Now let me hear you sing it like Prince. I would not exceed the speed limit. Say it. I would not exceed the speed limit.
Okay.
I would not exceed the speed limit. One more time, boy. I would not exceed the speed limit.
All of this was improv.
You can't do no more, boy. Well, then get up and get out of my classroom, boy. And remember, this is going on your record. I can't let it go on my aunt and uncle's record, man. Get up and get out of my classroom now, boy. Got me tired. This is the third time you had me do some push-ups, man. I can't go nowhere else.
Hey, Jeff.
Okay, I'm here.
People gonna make me go off in here.
Watch this.
You hear me? You gonna make me go off. Before I was interrupted by Krusty the Clown here. I was telling you about the evolution of the car. And it all started with the wheel. They had problems with the wheel. Can anybody tell me what was the problems with the wheel?
I believe I know this one, sir. The problem, it was square.
Did I ask you to say anything, boy? Did I ask you to speak, boy? You damn right it was square. It was square just like you are square. A nail 7 square, boy. You don't let him break your beat.
Okay. My whole point for even bringing that up, that fucking Mark Curry is a fucking idiot. He is. When I watch Mark to give myself the permission to be a fucking goofball on stage, because he does not care. When he, just like he did that slide, he slipped. Actually, he did not mean to do that. And he just made it work. He would not break. He would. I used to go over there to see them taped. I missed this one. I wish I had seen it. Shout out to Fox, talented brother, another brother. Fox would when all of his punchlines, when they would go to do another take.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie Foxx always had jokes that the writers didn't write, that oftentimes were funnier, that oftentimes were funnier than the shit that the writers wrote, and that made it on the show.
Jeff, I was going to tell you to fast forward to that part where he fucking did the run around the slide, because I remember people breaking that down. They were saying like, well, he did that. It was improv, like you said, and you can see people in the class, they start laughing.
Yeah. So at any rate, it's one of them things, man, that I'm really I'm proud to have and still be a part of, and happy that I follow my passion in that direction. I'm gonna look again, Bruce, at my email. I'm trying to find your tracks.
Oh, you didn't find it?
I'm trying. I'm gonna look at them again. If I didn't find it, I'm gonna send you a text and just shoot it to me again. And I'm gonna be on the lookout for it. It might have went in my spam, but I don't see it under Christmas Eve. Anyway, what I'm telling you is, I don't know if what you're working in is your purpose, but it'll certainly feed it. That you will never, because of what you have trained yourself to do, you will, I don't give a shit what happens. You and your family gonna be straight, because that's you have your, so what you need to do, brother, is make a circle of cats like you and demand nothing less than them bring some or what you bring.
Jeff, I'm gonna tell you that I won 17 years right now, and that's the hardest part. the thing is like, it's okay. It's harder bringing people that look like me. I'm sorry, it just is. I'm telling you my experience. Like, I give niggas the test, I give niggas the study packet, I pay for it. I tell them go here, I tell them call this person, I give them everything. And in 17 years, Jeff, not one has gotten to the program. No matter how much there was one time where it was like real slow, and my guy called me and said, hey, if you got any friends that want to get in, tell them they ain't got to take the test, just tell them to show up. And nobody showed up.
Wow.
That's the stuff that hurts me, because 17 years, Jeff. I showed him my check. You know what I mean? Everything. Right. This is my check right here. I'm like, bro, like, we're 20 years old. I'm making $21 an hour. This is crazy. You know what I mean? Back in 2008, that's crazy.
That's good bread.
Right. And I don't really like to even talk about it because it hurts so much. Because I see how much it's helped me and how much it can help my people. And they don't show up.
Well, bro, here's
what a program at
City of Commerce.
Okay, you gotta, we need to holler, bro. You got a program in the City of Commerce.
But it fluctuates. Sometimes they're accepting applications, sometimes they're not. Right now, I think they're not, because they have too much of a backlog.
And it's an electrician program?
It's a 5-year apprenticeship program.
Okay. Now, is part of it paid?
Oh, you get paid the whole time. You get a raise every 6 months. You're going to start off at like 20. Well, when I started off back in the day, you get a raise you still get a raise every 6 months, right? After you complete every semester you complete, you get a raise. It's like $2 an hour, dude. This is crazy. For 5 years, you get a $2 an hour raise every 6 months. What job is doing that? What job is doing that? You know what I mean?
For real.
And they just I don't understand, but I don't know what it is. I don't know why they don't want to do it. It's like, I'm like, bro, look at the bread we making. Well, I want to be an electrician. Nigga, we broke. We struggling out here. You know what I mean? We ain't ate yesterday. Like, who gives a fuck what the fuck you want to do, nigga? They paying.
Some people, all they
want to do. And this is something they cannot take this skill from me that I've gained. They can't take it from me. And I've used this skill to get out of that and get me I work for the city of LA now, and then also get my contract license and shit, and to build my own thing. You know, they can't take it away from me. They can fire me, but you cannot take the skill that I've gained over 17 years away from me. You can't. Sure. And that's different than like some other shit. Like, that's why, Jeff, I remember, I don't want to go off, dude. I don't want to go off. But like when I first started and back in 07, right? It'd be like hundreds of dudes on the job. I'd be the only black dude on the job of all trades, not just electricians, of all trades. And I'm like, where the niggas at? You know where the niggas at? They in the front working security. That's what they doing. They doing security in the front. They're not on the jobs. They making a third of the money we make it on the jobs. They're doing security. And I'll be telling them, come in, come do this and that. And Jeff, I'm out here like, I'm advocating to everybody. I'm screaming at the top of mountains. I'm like, look at my check, bro. Like, I don't care. You can see it. Look at what I made, bro. Like, I'm 20 years old. I'm making more than my father's ever made in his life. You know what I mean? Like I'm Jeff. I remember being 24 and I'm making like $80,000. That's crazy, nigga. I'm a nigga who grew up in a foster home. This is crazy. Right. You know what I mean? This is wild.
Life can't be this easy.
Right. At 24, like for me, like I thought like the best I would do is like 50 grand. And I'm like, I'm 24 making this. This is crazy. And then like you're making 100 grand, you're in 20s, like it's wild. And I'm trying to tell they're not listening. They don't listen. I don't know what else to say.
It's not that they're not listening, they don't believe. They don't believe. We were just talking about this earlier.
My check. And the frustrating thing is like, and it's, I think it's in the Bible, Jeff. I think you're a Bible guy, right? There's a part like you can show them the truth and they still won't believe.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry. I go off on that.
No, it's not that. It's not that. I got horrible news for you.
I get real emotional about that.
I understand that. I understand. I'm trying to tell you that the time for you to do that is not now. There is a crop of people, brother, that are going to have to be shaved off first. And that thing that you have, excuse me, that thing that cannot be taken away from you is going to be invaluable, brother. Because it's not dependent upon somebody to make you the vice president to the director of the assistant associate of the whatever the fuck.
Right.
Electrician, lights on, power, scent. I have another brother that I went to the in the Marines with who lives out here. That I need to put the two of you in contact. Who climbed the pole for Edison?
Oh yeah, linemen make good money.
Yeah, he's lineman.
Mm-hmm.
He's also a helicopter avionics technician. We went to school together. Mm-hmm. Bro, what he got, you can't take.
Mm-mm.
I could right now come and work with you at 58, strap on a tool belt, and be given instructions and know what it is I am doing to a degree that it wouldn't take me long to learn because of what I already know. Yeah. That can't be taken away. Mm-hmm. What you learn, unless you burn it out or get shot in the head, can't be taken away from you.
Right.
And yeah.
You say he's a lineman?
Yeah.
They're They're desperate for linemen right now. Department of Water and Power?
Yeah.
Let's go look. They're desperate for linemen right now. But they work like crazy. I met a dude. So I'm an inside wireman, was what they call it, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't. Right now, I do maintenance mainly in troubleshooting. I'm not doing construction shit no more, right? But the DWP guys come out to do the power poles. Mm-hmm. I met a motherfucker who said he works 16 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Wow.
That's what he wants.
I do not want that. That's why I haven't jumped ship to DWP, because I'm like, these guys were crazy.
How much is their mandatory hours?
Right.
That's the thing. No,
it depends. It depends. Like when you work for the city, bro, they let you work as much as you want. Like, right? It was a
okay. No. So what I'm asking is, if I get the job, if I want to, can I work 40 hours a week? And that be it.
I think everything is once you pass probation.
Right. Once I pass probation, if you're telling me it's okay for me to work 40 hours a week and take some overtime every now and then, I'm cool with that. Now it's when you start telling me I got to work 70 hours a week and I have to.
Right.
Because I want to be able to go, okay, I'm going on vacation, so-and-so. Or I'm trying to save up all this money to buy some property. Mm-hmm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work 18 hours a day, 7 days a week until I exhaust myself. And then I'm going to take off and just work regular for 6 months. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to do it again till I exhaust myself and see how much money I've saved. And then I'm going to do something real fly with that money that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that's one thing. But if you telling me, goddamn it, you got to be in the salt mine. Yeah, I ain't done.
Yo, what? Back in the. I remember another guy I work with. They call him mechanics. He said he went to go DWP. They said, "Hey, you're gonna work 10 hours a day, 7 days a week for the next 5 years." I was like, no, I don't like that deal. 10 hours? Yeah, no.
Well, it depends upon the number.
I'd have got the training and bounced on their ass.
You see, the thing, like, the thing is, like, I don't want to live like that, man. I'm gonna tell you what, Jeff. I feel way better when I go get a job on my own doing the contracting,
that
I get way more fulfillment out of that than to be working for somebody else. So if I was going to work 16 hours, I'd rather it be for myself.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Yeah, you don't want to be on the mouse wheel.
Time out real quick. You check your email again up? I just sent it to you again.
No, please understand, I'm not advocating the mouse wheel.
Hell no.
As a matter of fact, in the absolute reverse, okay, there it is. And that's the first time. Yeah, pal, it's right there. Forwarded. That to Q Funk Ass Master. Got him. That's what I'm saying to you is that people with trades are right now stomping the shit out of people living in vans that got degrees. I don't know one broke mechanic, one broke plumber, one broke electrician. I don't know. Them dudes can't stay at home.
Jeff, I gotta slow it down. I have to turn my phone off. My business phone. We call it the money phone.
Yeah.
We gotta turn it off because it's like I can't do it. And the other thing is like the hard part is like me having a regular job and doing that. But see, it's like the golden handcuffs right now. Like I'm making a lot of my job. I got healthcare, all of that, retirement. And it's like to replace that, it's not like I want to replace I don't want to like, so let's say if I was making 100,000, right? Just to make it easy. I don't want to be like, oh, I'm making 100,000 on my contract, and so I'm gonna switch over. I kind of want to be making like triple what I make, in my job to make me feel more comfortable.
Well, I tell you what, here's what you want to do, bro. I can give you a formula over time, but that's gonna take us some time to do. I'm trying to tell you, and I'm just being real with you. Yeah, there's one of my book students. You can have him talk to you about me and one-on-one sessions. You need to sit down and get some life coaching sessions with me, and I can help you get from where you are to where you want to be. I see it, but it takes time to give you that kind of game, and I that's what you really pay for, is you pay for my time. For me to you can look at my old videos and get it off the rack.
Right.
If you want it custom made.
Yeah, I've done a few sessions with Anton because I've been following Anton for years.
Sure.
I'm one of those people that don't need a lot of direction, but sometimes it's like get me out of a stubborn idea.
Okay. Well, bro, either way, there's my shit running right down there. Right there. Need life coaching? Ask Uncle Jeff at Gmail. Hit me there. Most definitely. But for the time being, I have to kick you two brothers out, and that sucks because I really, really, what a great way to end the year. I can say that. It's cool to see Brother Youngblood come through now. I hope you're not a stranger. The cats that have come over here, don't be strangers that came here from good to see Ja. What's up, man? We need to talk, bro. Hit me on Facebook where the old people hang out, so we can talk about this coming year. Jonathan Earl, man, talking to me all night. Thank you, sir. Black Sparta, talking to me all night. Thank you, sir. It's good to see these brothers grow, man. I'm really proud of them. I can step in it and say I'm proud of you. At first, I couldn't even own that. The position of elder, of leader, is so needed right now. And it means so much to me that I was afraid to really touch it and grab it and wield it as it needs to be. Not anymore. There's a way we need to learn to love and grow with each other. because it's the only thing that's going to keep us all. Nothing else is going to work. Nothing. There's no magic beans. We're going to have to love our way out of this, people. And that's not going to be easy because we seem to have forgotten how to love one another. Y'all don't even make love to love making music no more. You got to change that. But until then, stay high in thought. Stay high in deed. Guide your ignorance to your wisdom. Pull out of the gravity of the stupid. Sisters, find your peace. Brothers, find your majesty. It's your Uncle Jeff. I'm out.